a tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican Grocery Store in Danville on Houstonville Road.
Doug DNC Small Engine falls upon us. Do a full sale service, repair on all ATVs, side-by-sides. Also, get your chainsaws sharpened, service. We're ready for the winter. Cut up that firewood. We're open 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday, located 1125 Stanford Road, DNC Small Engine. It's a reminder, too, also that we are offering auto and truck tires. We'll get you serviced and ready for the winter. Come see us for the best prices around and best service. 1125 Stanford Road, DNC Small Engine, 859-209-2615. 209-2615. Come see us.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family is certified something. Mostly cloudy skies on this Friday. 39 degrees is your high today. A low tonight of 27. Mostly sunny tomorrow. 44 is the high. A chance of some rain showers early Saturday morning, Saturday night, I should say, into Sunday morning. And 43 is the high. About an inch of rain possible. Right now it's 6:11 in the morning, and we are looking at 37 degrees. It is Joe Show time on this Friday morning. Let's do it.
Say, look at JoJo.
Good morning to you, Danville and Blow County. It's time for the Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR. Alrighty, folks, it is Friday. It's January the 20th, and today we celebrate World Snow Day. As you might have guessed, the main point of the celebration is to enjoy the snow. But also, there's an environmental aspect here. The youth of today are the guardians of tomorrow's snow, right? They're the ones who will be running the factories, industries, and other big polluters in the future. The younger generations need to grow up caring for the environment so they and their children, too, have snow to play on in the future. Today is World Snow Day. It is also National Coffee Break Day. This is all about and highlighting the importance of taking a coffee break while at work. No matter how intelligent or hardworking you are, we all need a break for our sanity. And with coffee, even better. Every workaholic's best friend, a coffee break. And while many companies give their workers 15-minute breaks, they're not required by federal law. If you love your coffee breaks like most of us, you should know they exist thanks to some working housewives back in the 1880s that were employed by a tobacco warehouse. It is National Coffee Break Day. It's also World Snow Day, which we will not be celebrating today because there's no snow in the forecast. On this Friday, January the 20th edition of The Joe Show. 238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. We always start off our Joe Show mornings with the Bob Allen Motor Mall, bringing you the playing of our national anthem. Again, honoring America, sponsored by the Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network. Here's the playing of the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. The Star Spangled Banner, playing that every morning to begin our show, brought to you by the Bob Allen Motor Mall on Maple Avenue in the hometown radio network. It's 6:15. Let's do our birthday party thing. Those people having birthdays on Friday today, Saturday tomorrow, and Sunday the 22nd. As we do weekend birthdays on Fridays, here, Johnny. Happy birthday to these people today. Starting off with today's birthdays. We'll give them to you in just a second. Actually, only have one birthday. Alex Caton celebrates his birthday today. Happy birthday to Alex. Cody Christopher, Mercer County baseball coach, having a birthday today. McCallum Morley has a birthday. Tomorrow. McCallum Morley has a birthday tomorrow. So does Kelly Kress tomorrow. On Sunday, Jonas Sowards, Jody Donahue, Jake Bell, and my brother, the middle Mathis, Philip. Philip Mathis having a birthday on Sunday as well. He will be 35. Had to do the math in my head for a second. 35 years old, really? 35, yep, on Sunday. 238 WHIR to call those birthdays in. We'd love to have you on. 238-9447. It's a Friday, January the 20th, and a typical Friday morning show. Kind of typical, I guess. Some differences in the 7 o'clock hour. Starts off at 7:10 this morning, where we will welcome onto the show Danville head football coach Frank Parks. And we know the new district maps are out. The KHSAA has approved the new football districts for this season, 23, and next season, 24. They're just 2-year approved districts. And it is an interesting one for Danville. Danville and Somerset in the same district. That makes sense. Then you go to southeastern Kentucky and add Breathitt County and Leslie County into the mix. So we'll talk with Coach Parks about that at 7:10 this morning. 7:20, Danville head boys basketball coach Ed McKinney. We missed out on a conversation on Wednesday. We'll have Coach McKinney on this morning. Big games tonight. The Boyle County and Danville rivalry is renewed. It's going to be at Boyle County tonight. The girls' game tips off first. The boys' game will follow. We'll have those games on our sister station. Actually, no, we'll have them right here. We'll have them right here on 103.9 FM WHIR. That's because Garrett County plays Marion County tonight on Z105. Sure, I get that right. So those two Danville-Boyle County games will be tonight on WHIR. 740 County Agents Corner. It's brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. It is Garrett County's week, and Jay Hetmansberger will hop on the phone with us this morning, and we'll have him on at 7:40. In the 8 o'clock hour this morning, at 8:10, we'll have Dusty on here for Kentucky Music Preview number 2 this week. Dusty will be on here talking local music, and that'll be at 8:15-ish or so this morning. And in the 9 o'clock hour at 9:35, it's Patrick McClure, Brian Bailey, or Jenny McClure from McClure and Bailey. They'll be on the show. We'll be discussing everything going on in the world of law and justice talk with McClure and Bailey every Friday at 9:35. That's the rundown of today's show. We'd love to have you part of it, but you got to call in 238-9447, 238-WHIR. We start off this morning, as we always do, with a look at early morning sports. And here it is. Coach Prime gets the number 1 cornerback in the nation. A men's college basketball coach announces he's leaving, and a massive win streak in college basketball comes to an end. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through this Friday morning sports. We'll start off in college football, where the Deion Sanders effect strikes again. University of Colorado has landed 5-star 2023 cornerback Cormani McClain. He announced on Thursday he would play in Boulder for Sanders after he originally pledged to play for Miami. McClain said his decision came down to Sanders, a Pro Football Hall of Fame, being the best defensive back to play the game. In my position, I play defensive back, and Coach Prime is the best DB, so I just want to be in the same shoes and same predicament, gold jacket and everything, McClain told 24/7 Sports. McClain said he wants to get coached by the best DB. Why not, he added, which seems to make sense to me. In college basketball, Cam Shelton banked in a go-ahead runner with 13 seconds left, and Loyola Marymount snapped number 6 Gonzaga 75-game home win streak with a 68-67 win on Thursday night. The home streak for the Bulldogs was tied with Long Beach State for the 8th longest in D1 history. Long Beach State had theirs from 1968 to 74. Shelton scored 27 points to lead the Lions, who hadn't won in Spokane since 1991 and lost 25 straight overall to the Gonzaga. For us, it's another sign that our program is moving in the right direction, and that's the biggest thing, Loyola coach Stan Johnson said. Not too many people are going to come up here and win, so I think it just stands and validates the guys we have in the locker room and all the things we've been trying to accomplish. Big-time win for Loyola Marymount. In college basketball, Mike Bray has been the coach of Notre Dame men's basketball for the past 23 seasons. He does not plan to be back for a 24. The Tribune learned that Bray, the winningest coach in program history, has decided that this season will be his last. The school made it official Thursday afternoon. Mike and I have talked often in recent years about a future transition in the program's leadership, and during our most recent conversation, we reached the mutual conclusion that the end of this season represented the right time. Athletics Director Jack Swarbrick said in a statement that Mike Bray is the winningest coach in the 119-year history of Notre Dame men's basketball, speaks to his skills as a teacher of the game. In the National Football League, the only interview publicly announced, promised at the outset of the Indianapolis head coaching search has finally happened. The Colts interviewed interim coach Jeff Saturday on Thursday, making Saturday the 8th candidate that's interviewed in a session that might be the most intriguing, given Saturday's lack of coaching experience prior to taking over from Frank Reich and the results that followed. Under his leadership, the Colts went 1-7, the worst record of any interim coach who got more than 6 games in the past 2 decades, with a point differential of minus 87 and got outscored 105-19 in the fourth quarter, as well as suffering 2 historic losses. First, giving up the worst quarter in NFL history in a 33-0 fourth quarter collapse in Dallas, then allowing Minnesota to record the greatest comeback in NFL history by erasing a 33-0 deficit 2 weeks later. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Hey folks, it's Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. It's a new year and time for a new ride. Start your year right with savings on a new Kia.
Like the 2023 Kia Forte, leased for just $249 down and $249 per month. Plus, if you make over $350 a week, we have 20 lenders that want to approve you.
Come see us here at Cartown Kia or look us up at CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $249 down, $249 per month. $31.60 due at signing, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year. Plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer-added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st.
Here's what's new at Parthenon. We have homemade chicken noodle soup, shrimp scampi, and Greek chicken saute. We have the new rib special. It comes with a rack of baby back ribs, coleslaw, french fries, and a side salad. All that for just $19.95. All these things are available every day. And on Wednesdays, we have free baklava with every entree and every large salad. This is Jimmy. Come out and see us at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville in the Greenleaf Shopping Center on Lexington Road. We're open 11 to 9 Monday through Saturday.
Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty.
Unlimited wash memberships are the best way to take care of your car. Save money and wash for as little as $1 a day at Car Express Wash. Free vacuums with every paid visit. Undercarriage blasters are available on all washes, family plans, fleet accounts, veterans and first responder discounts. Ask about their discount and loyalty cards. Car Express Wash, Danville Bypass, Big Blue Building.
Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty. Car Express Wash.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at 315 Delahaye. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299, 236-2299, Danville Auto Body Shop. Mostly cloudy, a high today of 40 and a low tonight of 27. 44 is the high tomorrow on Saturday, and a chance of rain shower Sunday, and a high of 43. Right now it's 6:26 in the morning. It is 37 degrees right here in Danville. 238 WHIR, the phone number to call in, 238-9447, as we see what celebrities are having their birthdays on this Friday, January the 20th, and the weekend as well. Here's our birthday list. Happy birthday, first of all, 36 years old today for Evan Peters, who is known for his roles in American Horror Story, X-Men Apocalypse, and Dahmer, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, which he recently won an award for, and did not make the victims of Jeffrey Dahmer's, the families of his victims, very happy about that. Jeffrey Dahmer, though, is who he played. Here's the clip of Peters talking about the complexity of playing someone like Jeffrey Dahmer on the small screen on Netflix. Yeah, 57 years old today for American actor, comedian, podcaster, producer, writer, and director Rainn Wilson, who we know best as playing Dwight Schrute on The Office. He is 57 years old today. Rainn Wilson is 57 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Astronaut Ed Aldrin, who we know as Buzz, is 93 today. The second person to ever walk on the moon. He was the pilot of NASA's Apollo 11 mission. He was selected in the third group of astronauts in 1963, retired in 1971. Buzz Aldrin, the second person to walk on the moon, 93 years old today. The late tycoon Aristotle Onassis also would have had a birthday today. Greek-Argentine shipping tycoon who ended his relationship with Maria Callas to marry Jacqueline Kennedy in October of 1968 after a financial marital contract was brokered. What was the deal? Where he offered Jackie $3 million to replace her Kennedy Trust Fund, which she would lose because she was remarrying. After Onassis' death, she would receive a settlement of $26 million plus $150,000 each year for the rest of her life. The contract was approved by the Kennedy family as well. Aristotle Onassis also would have had a birthday today, would have been 117 years old. And those are the celebrities having birthdays on this Friday, January the 20th. All right, we don't have enough time to do this date in country music history because it's already almost 6:29 in the morning. But I will tell you, over the next 30 minutes, we have K&N News coming up. We have Larry Vaught looking at UK sports and Vaught's views. At 6:45, it is the good news segment, The World of Good. And at 6:50 this morning, Silliness at Sunrise is coming your way as well. The best jokes from late night television. Rick D's, Plunder the Apps, and the Country Comic Spotlight. A lot to do over the next 30 minutes. Don't go anywhere on The Joe Show at 6:29.
Tell her you love her with a diamond from B&L Diamond Jewelers this Valentine's. Make this Valentine's special. Make her stop and think of the love you both share. Nothing allows you to celebrate special moments in life like a diamond from B&L Diamond Jewelers. Diamonds are the only gift in the whole world that will never fade away with time. They will not rust, and they do not require any special care to maintain its brilliant beauty. Diamonds are for forever. She will always remember where she was and what the occasion was. When you gave her that special diamond, that tells her, baby, I love you. And 30 years from now, she will remember that moment when you gave her that diamond. No other gift can keep giving like a diamond for years to come. If you need a new wedding set, upgrade your diamond, engagement ring, diamond earrings, and pendant, or some beautiful fashion jewelry with the quality that can be passed down from generations, we have it. As always, we offer 12 months same as cash and free 6 months layaway. This is Lauren, so come on in to B&L Diamond Jewelers and let this Valentine's be the occasion that will create memories that will last forever. Located in the Danville Manor Shopping.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The feud between the Jefferson County Clerk and Kentucky Secretary of State Michael Adams is heating up. Adams wants more polling places for the special election in February and says he'll take the situation to court. Clerk Bobby Holzclaw tells WKY TV her decision for just 4 polling places can be affirmed by the low interest in the election.
Yesterday, we had like approximately 60 people ask for a absentee ballot. That is extremely low. And we're talking about a voting area of 95,000. That's low. So if that's any sign of what's going to happen, we've got it right there.
Adams is meeting with the superintendent of Jefferson County Public Schools today to discuss using JCPS buildings as additional polling places. 2 Kentucky bourbon shops have been raided by state alcohol control agents.
The Kentucky Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control says agents raided the Lexington and Louisville locations of Justin's House of Bourbon after receiving complaints that the outlets had improperly acquired, possessed, transported, or sold bourbon. In a statement, the ABC says under state law, agents can inspect any licensed operation without a warrant and confiscate any contraband items. The agents took numerous bottles and other items of evidence that they say were associated with suspected improper purchasing and sales. Both of the stores remain licensed and open while the investigation continues. I'm Will Clark.
Federal funding is coming to the University of Louisville. Senator Mitch McConnell visited the university yesterday to announce $20 million worth of funding, which will go toward training programs like cybersecurity. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Lee's famous recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they're offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Usually 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice, along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's customer appreciation day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, and 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's famous recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Hi, this is Jimmy letting you know about some of our seafood options, including grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, grilled shrimp, or you can do a combo with grilled tilapia and shrimp, fried jumbo shrimp, hand-battered cod, our delicious hand-battered cod sandwich with fresh French fries. As always, we only use fresh ingredients made to order. That's at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville in the Greenleaf Shopping Center.
Dynamic takeout, fresh from our family.
Hi, Cliff Ed Irvin again. The youth are indeed our future. We are proud to support our young people in sports, school, church, and other activities. Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers, we understand the importance of the home buying or selling decision. We greatly appreciate and support those who make this community our home as well. No one sells it better. Urban Group, supporting the Golden Lions and your community for over 50 years.
The Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers, no one sells it better.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Heart of Kentucky United Way has welcomed Stephanie Blevins back as its executive director. Blevins had served as the executive director there for 12 years, but left in October to take a job as the Danville Schools' new finance and HR director. However, yesterday, the Heart of Kentucky announced that Blevins had once again returned to lead the organization as executive director. The Heart of Kentucky United Way serves Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer counties. An investigation by multiple agencies helped net drugs. It happened last week when Perryville Police, along with probation and parole, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, and Harrisburg Police seized around 35 ounces of synthetic drugs and a cylinder containing heroin. They say that seizure was a part of an investigation conducted by Perryville Police. The investigation continues and more charges could be pending. It's expected to be a first on Saturday. Boyle County High School boys basketball will be tossing aside the black and gold jerseys to wear green. On Saturday, Boyle County High School will honor the old Forkland High School, whose mascot was the Green Wave. In that game, Boyle County will wear green Forkland Green Wave jerseys. It's thought to be the first time that Boyle County High School has ever worn green jerseys. The game tips off at 7:30. The city of Bergen will get more than $560,000 from the federal government to help with flooding in the city. Bergen Mayor Joe Monroe announced last week that the city had gotten $562,000 to help with the flooding on Water Street. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that the hope was that Bergen would get $750,000 for the project that would install two 30-inch pipes under the city, as well as pumps to control floodwaters. The project is expected to cost more than $1 million. Monroe reminded the city that it could take up to a year to get that federal funding in. The Harrisburg-Mercer County Planning and Zoning Commission will hold a public hearing next month on a text amendment that would allow property owners to apply to be included in the Harrisburg Historic District. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that Harrisburg had already applied to the Kentucky Heritage Council for this, which would allow property owners of a standalone structure to apply to become a part of the historic district. Harrisburg Historic Preservation Board's Joni House said if the text amendment is approved, Harrisburg would regain its status as a certified local government and a chance to apply for national trust grants. I'm Joe Mathis.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they're offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice, along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of Famous Crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Sutton Pharmacy in Lancaster is your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Local people serving Garrett and surrounding counties with the latest innovations and services, including multi-based pill packaging, immunizations, monitoring interactions of all your medications, and wellness classes. Call 792-4611 or go online to suttonrx.com. Visit Sutton Pharmacy in Lancaster at 330 West Maple Avenue. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy.
Mom Blakeman's has made the world's best cream pull candy, and we have been making potato candy. We ship all over the world and have it in many retail stores. You are welcome to stop by our shop in Lancaster to sample or purchase any of our 7 flavors of cream pull candy and potato candy. We have a variety of tubs and cans available. Visit our website at momblakeman'scandy.com or call 800-542-4607.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at the Big Deals Online Store. Go to hometownlive.net, shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses and big-time discounts. Save up to 50% every single day. Big Deals Online Store is at hometownlive.net. Mostly cloudy, a high of 40, low tonight 27. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 44, low of 31. Sunday, rain showers and a high of 43. Right now, it is 6:39 in the morning, 37 degrees here in Danville. 238 WHIR is the phone number to call in, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio this morning. Larry Vaught giving us Vaught's Views, talking UK sports. What's up, Larry?
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Kentucky is going to win the 2024 National Basketball Championship, or at least that is what some Kentucky fans obviously continue to believe. The theory is that John Calipari is a nation's best recruiting class already signed, and bringing in Justin Edwards, Rob Dillingham, TJ Wagner, Aaron Bradshaw, and Reed Shepherd will guarantee that the Cats will return to the promised land and claim another national championship after what has happened this season. If only it was that easy for recruiting stars to guarantee success. Think back to the 2009-2010 season when Kentucky had John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Eric Bledsoe, and Patrick Patterson. That team was number one much of the season, but did not make the Final Four. 2014-15, when the Cats had Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, the Harrison Twins, Tyler Ulis, Trey Lyles, Kari Johnson, Willie Cauley-Stein, Alex Poitras, and more. That team started 38-0, but didn't win the national title either.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
Happy New Year from Wildcat Chevrolet Cadiz.
This is Michael Oliver, and we just want to say thank you for your continued support of our business. We love helping you find the right vehicle for your needs and your budget. We have a good selection of new vehicles and probably the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in the area. We think you deserve choices when purchasing a vehicle, along with friendly people and service after the sale.
That's what you'll find at Wildcat Chevrolet Cadiz and at wildcatchevrolet.com.
The infamous 9-16 team in 2021 had two of the nation's highest-rated recruits in Brandon Boston and Terrence Clark, and that obviously did not work out. Now, this does not mean this talented 2023 recruiting class could not win a national title. And personally, I think Calipari will fare better with a young team than he has with older teams. I also think that next recruiting class might have one of those elite-type players that makes John Calipari look a lot better than he does without one like this year's UK team does not have.
Find more from Larry at YourSportsEdge.com.
Let's hope so. Larry Vaught, Vaught's Views, Mondays through Fridays on the Joe Show at this time. Hey, new study coming out showing that men who use Viagra have a 25% lower chance of suffering an early death. So they have a chance. That's a pretty large percentage, a quarter of a chance of not suffering an early death. So the ability, maybe it gives you to live a little bit longer if you take Viagra. Check out this ad now. Another health benefit of taking Viagra. Live forever with Viagra. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Live forever with Viagra. Talk to your doctor about it today. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I'm right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go to the same for somebody else. Here's Floyd Kramer. Well, good news action for you on this Friday, January the 20th morning, and here we go. Starting off in a story I told you about in the afternoon news. I believe it was yesterday afternoon, where we found out this story yesterday, but it happened last week at a Kentucky elementary school where Heather Collins, who is a school custodian, was alerted of a student choking in the cafeteria and quickly performed the Heimlich maneuver on that kid, likely saving his life. The assistant principal at the school is glad Collins was there to save the student and calls her a valuable member of the staff who has a special relationship with the students. Collins says that you think something like this will never happen to you until it does. And she credits her training and attentiveness for being able to help the choking student. Assistant Principal Sam St. Clair says that Miss Heather is more than just a custodian at their elementary school. Awesome story. That one coming from a Scott County elementary school. Story number 2 coming from San Bernardino, where Emily Brill was out walking her Australian Shepherd named Shamus near their home in San Bernardino when the puppy got swept away in rushing floodwaters. Brill immediately called 911 and firefighters were dispatched to the area and quickly pinpointed the pup's location in a storm drain thanks to his Apple AirTag. They were able to go down inside the drain tube, bring Shamus to the surface, and reunite him with his grateful owner. Here's a clip of Emily saying that she is grateful that there are people that understand that dogs are family members. Awesome stuff. And story number 3 coming from Forest City, Arkansas, where Delavante Johnson was at the Walmart there getting his tire fixed when he looked down and spotted a wallet left in the shopping cart in the parking lot. So a shopping cart, a wallet there, someone accidentally left a wallet. The 19-year-old college student looked at a wallet and found 61-year-old Dee Harkrider's driver's license and started heading toward her home to return it. He also reached out to her through social media and learned that she wasn't at home, so he met her in a parking lot, returned the wallet, and now Harkrider says she's got a friend for life. A teenager returns a wallet to a grandma, and the pair become pals. An Apple AirTag leads to the rescue of a dog swept into a storm drain, and a hero school custodian saves a choking student. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Good. It's 6:45, which means sports NASCAR news, specifically coming your way in about 60 seconds right here on the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports and HometownLive.net, powered by Kentucky Max. Play it out, Floyd Kramer.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, call Consolidated Credit now.
Call now, 800-552-6750. That's 800-552-6750. 800-552-6750.
Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 19, Oregon DM 80031. Licensed by Virginia State Corporation. Commission licensed under DC 32. Establishment of a plan may adversely affect the individual's credit rating or credit scores. Non-payment of debt may lead creditors to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
I think it's really important to make sure that we try to do this year as correctly as possible.
We'd like to get our feet wet, work on our third team, and work on the personnel for that.
No need to start over. Just pick back up where we left off.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
Sports are easy to disagree on. Let's see what happens when sports talk hosts talk about something they agree on.
No, hold on. I'm saying drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Well, I disagree. I think drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Come on, man. Wait, I think we're saying the same thing.
Oh, so what do we do now?
Everyone agrees that drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings by new customer surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2020 and May 2021. Potential savings will vary.
We want to help extend the life of your vehicle. Add Z-Max Micro Lubricant to the fuel and oil where it uses the fluids to reach internal parts. As it soaks into metal, Z-Max disperses harmful carbon buildup to help improve performance and increase fuel mileage. Buy Z-Max today at zmax.com or your local auto parts store.
When Kevin Harvick decided at age 47, 2023 was going to be his last season as a full-time Cup Series driver, hours and hours of thought went into making that choice. It's why Harvick told PRN when the announcement was finally made, he felt a big sense of relief.
I think it's really important to make sure that we try to do this year as correctly as possible. Tell as many stories as possible throughout the different markets that we go into that might be fun for the fans and the racetracks, and just go down memory lane a little bit. So planning all of that, whether it's with special paint schemes or throwback helmets, whatever the case is, having a plan around all that has taken a lot of time.
Adding a third car for Travis Pastrana in the upcoming Daytona 500 was not just a one-off for 2311 Racing. Denny Hamlin told Bob Pockris of Fox Sports it's also a step they need to take for if and when Kurt Busch believes he's completely over his concussion symptoms and wants to get back behind the wheel.
If Kurt decides he wants to run races, we have to be prepared for that, and we have to be prepared to field a very competitive race car. By us doing this with Travis, it allows us as a race team to build that depth. The depth that we have within our team, we're able to field a car that's going to be very competitive when that time comes for us to run a part-time entry.
Colleague Racing is also entering a third car in the 500 for their new full-time Xfinity Series driver, 20-year-old Chandler Smith. Meanwhile, NASCAR has announced Elton Sawyer has been named its Senior Vice President of Competition, replacing Scott Miller, who will assume the newly formed role of Competition Strategist. John Probst has been promoted to NASCAR Chief Racing Development Officer.
Make your plans now to stay at the South Point Hotel Casino and Spa next March when NASCAR returns to Las Vegas. They have great race ticket and room packages for you to choose from. The South Point also features a wide variety of excellent dining options at 11 different restaurants. Or you can enjoy the 16-screen movie complex and visit the 64-lane bowling center. Visit southpointcasino.com and make your reservations today. Stay where the racers stay at the South Point Hotel Casino and Spa.
Bubba Wallace and his 2311 Racing team were really rolling when the curtain closed on the 2022 Cup Series campaign. So when it comes to what they need to do this season,
I think just hit the resume button from the end of last season. No need to start over. Just pick back up where we left off. We were really, really strong to close out the season. Had a ton of speed.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way. Large enough to serve you, small enough to care. Since 1984. ADA. Always on time with our professional team when we show up at your door. ADA. Residential and commercial, day or night. ADAHeatingandAir.com does it right. ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
This is Jesse Johnson, Senior Vice President of Whitaker Bank's newest branch, located in downtown Danville at 218 West Main Street. Whatever your banking needs, Whitaker Bank is here to help. Give us a call at 859-236-9822 to discuss your options and let us put our experience and customer service to work. We look forward to speaking with you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Imagine what it feels like to be a hero every day. You can make a difference in life. Coast Guard, jobs that matter.
Join the Coast Guard or Coast Guard Reserve. Save lives, stop drugs, protect the environment. Call toll-free 1-877-NOW-USCG.
Coast Guard, jobs that matter.
Call toll-free 1-877-NOW-USCG. The Coast Guard, jobs that matter.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask Mark or Chris if auto owners make sense for you. I bet it does. Dexter Reitmeyer Insurance. Mostly cloudy, a high up near 40 today. Low tonight of 27. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and 44. Sunday, a high of 43 with the rain showers. Right now, it's 6:53 in the morning. It is 37 degrees here in Danville. Danville, 238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio. Let's see what Ricky D's has got in his mind today and what app we should download in this morning's Planet of the Apps. Here's Rick.
Welcome to the Planet of the Apps.
Cats can talk. I said it. Cats can talk. Well, how do I know? I learned it from a new app, and you might want to get this for your kids too. It's from National Geographic. It is called Weird But True. So if you search for Weird But True from National Geographic, it is just full of bizarre true facts, by the way. And this fascinates you and your kids. For example, did you know that cats talk to each other? And they have a vocabulary of about 16 cat words. You can hear them. Or did you know that girls have more taste buds than boys? And one thing after another here on this app is called Weird But True from National Geographic. And you can search by favorite topics. So once again, it's called Weird But True. Enjoy it from National Geographic. Rick D's right here in the molten magma, every day known as the Planet of the Apps.
Thank you there, Rick D's, the Planet of the Apps. Weird but true. Mondays through Fridays, we have this segment here on the Joe Show. Let's see what's going on in the Country Comic Spotlight this morning, where in the Spotlight we have actually two different comedians. It logged off of the jokes that I was on. That's not good. Well, I had two different comedians that were on, and it was going to be here. This Jenna Kim Jones is one comedian. I don't know why it did that, but Jenna Kim Jones is one comedian. Daniel Ichis is the other comedian, and they're both talking about Taco Bell, the truth about Taco Bell. And pretty funny stuff here. Jenna Kim Jones, then Daniel Ichis in the Country Comic Spotlight. Daniel Ichis and Jenna Kim Jones in the Country Comic Spotlight this morning talking about Taco Bell. I'm a big Taco Bell lover as well. Love Taco Bell. So I'm right there with both Jenna and Daniel. And the best jokes from late night television last night, starting off with Jimmy Fallon joking about Instagram that has a new quiet mode feature. I have no idea what that means. Maybe Jimmy will explain it to us. Here's Jimmy Fallon on NBC's Tonight Show last night. Joke number two coming from Jimmy Fallon joking about the U.S. finally hitting their debt ceiling yesterday. James Corden also joking on CBS's Late Late Show about the debt ceiling, and it was finally hit yesterday. James Corden, Jimmy Fallon, Daniel Eachus, Jenna Kim Jones, and Rick Dees in this morning's Planet of the Apps. Waking you up with some early morning laughs. Hey, coming up in the next 10 minutes here on the Joe Show, 7:10, we have Danville head football coach Frank Parks. At 7:20, Danville basketball coach Ed McKinney. And at 7:40 in the morning, this morning, we have Jay Hetmansberger from the County Agent's Corner and the Bluegrass South Livestock Market. A lot to do over the next hour on the Joe Show. Don't go anywhere. Top Hour News is 30 seconds away.
Hey, folks, it's Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. It's a new year and time for a new ride. Start your year right with savings on a new Kia.
Like the 2023 Kia Forte, leased for just $249 down and $249 per month. Plus, if you make over $350 a week, we have 20 lenders that want to approve you.
Come see us here at Cartown Kia or look us up at CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $249 down, $249 per month. $31.60 due at signing, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer-added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The cinematographer who died on the set of Rust in New Mexico would be alive if it weren't for the errors of people like Alec Baldwin. That's according to the special prosecutor appointed to hear the case. It has led to charges against Baldwin and armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed.
An actor is supposed to maybe not check the weapon himself, but he's supposed to have the armor go through it with him and pull the bullets out, look at them, make sure they're dummies, and that just wasn't done. So there's live rounds all over the set. An accident was going to happen.
They're being charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter for the shooting that left Helena Hutchins dead in 2021. Prosecutors claim the evidence clearly shows a pattern of criminal disregard for safety on the Rust film set. Baldwin's attorneys issued a statement calling the decision a terrible miscarriage of justice and said that Baldwin relied on the professionals with whom he worked, who assured him the gun did not have live rounds. Besides acting in the film, Baldwin is also a producer. President Biden is offering his support to the people of California after storms slammed parts of the state in recent weeks.
The country is here for you and with you. We are not leaving till things are built back and built back better than they were before.
During his trip to the Central Coast in California on Thursday, Biden said officials are cautiously optimistic that the worst of the storms is over. The series of atmospheric rivers brought heavy flooding and left at least 21 people dead. Biden toured some of the damage and met with first responders, noting that FEMA and other federal help are on the ground. The president added that if anyone doubts climate change, then they must have been asleep for the past couple of years. A winter storm that dumped up to a foot of snow in the Midwest this week is marching into the Northeast today. About 7 million people are under winter alerts as the first round of snow started falling in Vermont, New Hampshire, northern Massachusetts, and Maine early this morning. The region could see snow, freezing rain, or a mix of both, making driving conditions treacherous. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
What you're hearing are people having fun, playing Kentucky games of skill. Games of skill are totally legal, challenging video games where you win cash for your skill. But these games do more than just create fun. They create critical Kentucky jobs and allow local restaurants, bar and tavern owners, and local fraternity organizations to stay in business during tough times. To ensure their survival, the Kentucky Coalition of Small Businesses and Fraternal Clubs who operate skill games are calling on the Kentucky State Legislature to pass additional regulations supporting skill games and cracking down on all illegal gambling in Kentucky. Call your legislators. Tell them to stand with the law-abiding, tax-paying Kentucky small business owners, fraternal clubs, and employees who survive thanks to legal skill games. Tell them to protect all legal forms of entertainment, including games of skill, from illegal gambling. Paid for by the Kentucky Merchants.
Google is laying off 12,000 employees. Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai made the announcement today in a memo to Google staff. The layoffs amount to about 6% of Google's global force. In his memo, the CEO said, "The fact that these changes will impact the lives of Googlers weighs heavily on me, and I take full responsibility for the decisions that led us here." The memo said employees laid off in the U.S. will be offered a severance package, job placement services, 6 months comprehensive health care and immigration support if needed. T-Mobile is investigating a data breach that could affect millions. More from Trey Thomas.
The data breach could impact as many as 37 million T-Mobile accounts. The telecoms company said on Thursday that it identified malicious activity and contained it. T-Mobile said no sensitive data such as financial information was compromised.
A federal lawsuit is accusing the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services of wrongfully confining children. Cook County Guardian Charles Gobert filed the suit against the DCFS on behalf of several minors who say they were unjustly treated by the agency.
They leave their kids to rot in detention when a judge has ordered them out.
The suit claims the agency failed to ensure that wards of the state are placed in adequate residential facilities, instead leaving them in juvenile detention centers. San Diego Customs and Border Protection have seen just about everything when it comes to smuggling things into the U.S. from Mexico, but this is a new one. Bree Tennis with more.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection have been seeing an increase in eggs being brought across the border, which is illegal. Eggs fall under agriculture, and that's just not allowed. They say it's all due to the avian flu that killed millions of chickens. If caught, penalties and fines can reach $10,000.
And the divisional round of the NFL playoffs kicks off on Saturday when the Jaguars visit the top-seeded Chiefs. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln, and Mazda, 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville. And for the first time in 3 years, we have new Fords on our lot ready to go home with you. Please stop by and see our selection. We are offering these at invoice pricing or shop online at stuartpowell.com.
Make your people happy because we know how. It's an easy thing to do in Danville. Stuart Powell.
Ford, Lincoln, Mazda. Big changes are coming to the HVAC industry.
The minimum efficiency rating of equipment is increasing nationwide.
If your HVAC system is more than 8 years old, or if you would like a quote on upgrading your current system, call ADA Heating and Air.
Upgrading to a new, more efficient system now will save you money immediately on your utility bills and may qualify you for tax credits in 2023.
Call ADA Heating and Air for a free estimate.
ADA is on the way.
Hey folks, Cliffhead Irvin with Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers in Lancaster. We proudly support our home team Lions on the field and off. If you're looking to buy, sell, or auction your property, no one sells it better. Our professional agents can help you navigate the home buying or selling process while taking the stress off of you. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at urban.group.com.
The Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Good morning to you. It's Friday, the 20th day of January, and 37 degrees here in Danville. We've got coming up Danville head football coach Frank Parks. We'll talk about this new district that Danville is in Kentucky high school football in Class 2A. We talked with Coach Haddix yesterday, talking with Coach Parks today. All that's coming up after local news.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Heart of Kentucky United Way has welcomed Stephanie Blevins back as its executive director. Blevins had served as the executive director there for 12 years, but left in October to take a job as the Danville Schools' new finance and HR director. However, yesterday, the Heart of Kentucky announced that Blevins had once again returned to lead the organization as executive director. The Heart of Kentucky United Way serves Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer counties. An investigation by multiple agencies helped net drugs. It happened last week when Perryville Police, along with probation and parole, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, and Harrisburg Police seized around 35 ounces of synthetic drugs and a cylinder containing heroin. They say that seizure was a part of an investigation conducted by Perryville Police. The investigation continues and more charges could be pending. is expected to be a first on Saturday. Boyle County High School boys basketball will be tossing aside the black and gold jerseys to wear green. On Saturday, Boyle County High School will honor the old Forkland High School, whose mascot was the Green Wave. For that game, Boyle County will wear green Forkland Green Wave jerseys. What's thought to be the first time that Boyle County High School has ever worn green jerseys. The game tips off at 7:30. The city of Bergen will get more than $560,000 from the federal government to help with flooding in the city. Bergen Mayor Joe Monroe announced last week that the city had gotten $562,000 to help with the flooding on Water Street. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that the hope was that Bergen would get $750,000 for the project that would install two 30-inch pipes under the city, as well as pumps to control floodwaters. The project is expected to cost more than $1 million. Monroe reminded the city that it could take up to a year to get that federal funding in. The Harrisburg-Mercer County Planning and Zoning Commission will hold a public hearing next month on a text amendment that would allow property owners to apply to be included in the Harrisburg Historic District. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that Harrisburg had already applied to the Kentucky Heritage Council for this, which would allow property owners of a standalone structure to apply to become a part of the historic district. Harrisburg Historic Preservation Board's Joni House said if the text amendment is approved, Harrisburg would regain its status as a certified local government and a chance to apply for national trust grants. I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt, call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, call Consolidated Credit now.
Call now, 800-552-6750. That's 800-552-6750. 800-552-6750.
Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 19, Oregon DM 80031. Licensed by Virginia State Corporation. Commission license number DC 32. Establishment of a plan may adversely affect the individual's credit rating or credit scores. Non-payment of debt may lead creditors to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our good friends. They're hanging out over at Cowell Collision Center here in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver, take your vehicle over to the experts, Brent and Devin, at Cowell Collision Center, Lebanon Road in Danville. Mostly cloudy, a high of 40, a low tonight of 27. You get sunshine tomorrow, the double barrel 4s as the high. Rain showers tomorrow night into Sunday, a high of 43. Monday, 42 is the high, then back in the 50s by Tuesday of next week. Right now, it's 7:11 in the morning. It is 38 degrees, and we welcome onto the show Danville head football coach Frank Parks. Good morning, Coach Parks. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good morning.
Yeah, appreciate you being on the show with us this morning, Coach. And we were able yesterday morning at this time to talk with Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix, and wanted to get your thoughts as well on Danville's new district. And it is an interesting district, but when you look at the map, there's a big blank space between Danville, Somerset, and the counties east of Danville and Somerset. And for those who are just now tuned in, this new 4-team district that Danville will be in football in the 23 and 24 season is Danville, Somerset, Breathitt County, and Leslie County. Coach, give us your first thoughts when you saw that district and what you think about this.
Well, I was kind of surprised. In the beginning, I didn't think that our district would change much, looking at the geographical aspect of it. But once it first came out, I just kind of looked at some of the travel times that, would take place in between those districts. And, it was interesting to see how, LCA was in there in a different district with Louisville schools and some schools in other areas, and how we have to travel a little bit, but hey, all you can do is go play the football games that you are provided when it comes to district play.
Yeah, part of the problem is when you look at east of Danville, you get no 2A teams until you get to Breathitt County. and Jackson, and same thing until you get to Leslie County when you look at east of Somerset. Now, there are multiple 2A teams that are even further east than Breathitt County and Leslie County. You got 8 of those, but of course, in most districts, you have 14 districts. So all 4 of those Eastern Kentucky teams in those districts, all 8 of them kind of match up 4-4. And so there's pretty much this wide gap east of Danville and Somerset until you get to Breathitt County and Leslie County. And the KHSEA doing their best to make these districts, 4 and 5 team districts as even as possible. And then there's a new team as well in the Louisville area, a new high school that's going to be in Class 2A. So you add that to the mix. LCA's district with Washington County is a 5-team district. You have the Northern Kentucky district, that's 5 teams. So I know it's a long travel. It is. It's 2.5 hours to Breathitt County and Leslie County. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not sure what else the KHSA could have done unless they stretched Danville's district down into Greene County or something like that. And Greene County's on the western part of the state when you look at how it's divided east and west. So it's just kind of, geographically speaking, it's kind of tough.
Yes, it is. When you went to 6 classes, they kind of made it a little bit tougher to get those geographical districts because, you spread yourself thin when it comes to only having, at 227 plus teams that play football. So, once you went to 6 classes, it made it tough for those districts with only 4 teams and travel and, so like you said, they have a tough job when it comes to creating these districts when you have these 6 classes. So they did the best they could, and, we would be in this district for 2 years.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get a lot of good Admiral fans to travel east to Breathitt County and Leslie County, just to give people an idea of what I'm talking about. When you look east of where Danville and Boyle County is, Garrett County, no 2A teams. Madison County, no 2A teams. Estill County, no 2A teams. Lee County, no 2A teams. Well, at that point, you're already in Jackson County, the next 2A team you see, or Jackson, I should say, where Breathitt County is. And so that's why you get Breathitt County in the same district as Danville. Coach, it is a 2-year district realignment, like you said, 23 and 24. Have you all set any of your schedule for this upcoming season? Now, we know you've got Breathitt County, Leslie County, and Somerset. So there's 3 of the 10 games that are taken care of. What about the other 7 games? Can you give us any hint on who the Admirals may be playing this year?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll play the crosstown rival in Boyle County. Then we also have Mercer, Knox Central, Bardstown, Raceland, Campbellsville. I think
that's 6. Yeah, that's 6 of them right there. What about in the Whitaker Bank Bowl? Do you have somebody lined up for that?
Yeah, we will play Raceland.
Okay.
And we in the West Jessamine Bowl. So we in the East-West Jessamine Bowl. So that'd be the other bowl game we in. That's the first game of the season, that bowl.
Okay, awesome stuff. So there you go. So I know there's some contracts that have to be signed with some of those teams and making sure that's official, but you're pretty confident that's what the schedule is going to look like next year.
Yeah, once they confirm the district plays, everybody kind of started sending out contracts. Talked to a couple teams yesterday just to solidify, confirm contracts being sent and signed. So pretty much all the contracts out there are being sent. So that was pretty much set our schedule unless, somebody back out at the last minute.
Yeah, well, you got some impressive looking teams on that schedule. I'll say that Bardstown, obviously in Class 3A, went 14-1 last year, lost in the state championship game. So there's no slouch there. We obviously know Boyle County across town has won 3 consecutive state championships in their own right. Raceland was a really good Class 1A team. They played in the state championship as well, Coach. So your first year as an Admiral head coach, I tell you what, that schedule is loaded, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You got a lot of high quality programs, like you said, programs that you have a lot of success recently. So, we're going to have to be playing some smart, disciplined football and, make sure we doing all the little things that can help us be successful.
Hey, we haven't talked, Coach, since you were named head coach. I guess it was last month. I want to know how the coaching staff is coming together. I know you hired an offensive coordinator in Trenton Fields. Tell us what he brings to the table and some of the other coaching staff moves that you've made there, Danville.
Well, he's a great offensive mind. We met and talked, and he had lot of philosophies that I wanted offensively, and I know he's very passionate about the game of football, student of the game, and he was at Lexington Catholic. You know, we had scrimmaged him and played him a little bit, and he always had a well-tuned, effective offense. And, you know, I know he's at Chase Creek for a little while, but he matched up with a lot of things that I wanted in our offense, and I think it would benefit all the weapons that we have offensively. And I think the kids will love playing in this offense. Brees Hayes is going to be the offensive line coach. Young guy played at center. When I talk to him, you can just hear the passion that he has for the game and the love he has for the game. And, you know, I try to get some guys, you know, be meticulous about the staff and get guys who really had a hunger and passion for the game, continue to learn, and would be good role models for the kids as well. I kept Jeremy Baldon. I hired a guy yesterday, Dallas Bruton, who was at Hiram College. He actually played for me back in high school. He's been at the college level for 3 years. He'll be our special teams coordinator. So we have a pretty good staff put together. There's one or two more pieces that, you know, I'm going to add, and I think that it'll be a high-quality staff, and it'll be good for student athletes in our program.
Yeah, glad to see you keep Coach Brees Hayes on. I know I'm a big fan of Brees. I think he's a great football mind, young man who I saw last year had a great connection with the kids. And I like you all are very active on social media as well. You and Coach Fields are active. You're making sure the kids know, hey, look, we're here for your benefit. We want you all to get as many eyes on you all as you possibly can. We know you've had a couple of D1 schools walking the hallways and talking to some of your players and some of your coaching staff over the last couple of days, haven't you?
Yes, we have. And, you know, and I always about the student athlete. I told them from day one, you know, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure they are successful once they leave our program. So, you know, that's a big emphasis. You know, if they want to go play college ball, we're going to do everything we can to help facilitate that. If they want to go trade school after school, we're going to do everything we can to help them reach whatever goal they have and just be good fathers and brothers and parents once they leave our program. So, you know, and you know, nowadays with social media, it shows the things that's going on in the program, schools coming by. So you got to be active and, you know, let them know and others out in the community know that, you know, we're doing everything we can to provide a quality program for our student athletes.
Danville head football coach Frank Parks, who is getting the ball rolling there at Danville High School, and the Admirals are in a district with Breathitt County, Leslie County, Somerset, and, of course, Danville. So 3 of the 7 games we know will be taken up by those district teams, and the other 7 that Coach Parks announced. It's going to be a very fun schedule to see how Danville does against some of these tough teams and tough competition pretty much all year long. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck with practice and weightlifting, and we'll talk to you later, okay?
All right. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir, Coach. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right.
That's Danville head football coach Frank Parks, just hired by Danville High School in early December. So he's been on the job about a month and a half, and a very fun guy to talk to, dynamic guy, and wish him the best. And we know the Admiral football team is going to play well for Coach Parks in his first year. 7:22 in the morning. Let's see what the Big Daddy's got with sports, brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln Mazda.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy to do business with us. Our team is dedicated to providing you with a hassle-free experience from start to finish. Whether you're in the market for a new vehicle or need to get your current vehicle serviced, we have you covered. Stop by and see how easy we make it at 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville, or anytime at www.stuartpowellford.com.
Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with Sports. Kentucky goes after its 3rd straight SEC win tomorrow afternoon when they take on Texas A&M. The Aggies are in 2nd place at 5-0 in the conference. Cats just got back to 500 at 3-3. Countdown to tip-off begins at 12:30. Tip-off is at 2 o'clock in Rupp Arena for Kentucky versus Texas A&M on Z105. Hometown Radio brings you a girl-boy doubleheader in high school basketball tonight as Danville entertains Boyle County. The girls' game tips off at 6 while the boys play around 7:40. Hear both games on WHIR FM 103.9. In boys action tonight, Garrett County hosts Marion County at 7:30 on Z105. Tomorrow night in boys play, Mercer County takes on Pulaski County at 7:30 on WHBN FM 99.5. All these games stream at hometownlive.net. The NFL's division semifinals are set for this weekend. Tomorrow afternoon at 4:30, Jacksonville's at Kansas City. Saturday night at 8:15, Philadelphia Eagles host the New York Giants. Sunday at 3, the defending AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals visit Buffalo, while Dallas is at San Francisco around 6:30. In girls' high school basketball games last night, DCA 55, Whitefield Academy 41, East Jessamine 64, Bergen 42, and Franklin County 46, Anderson County 27. Kentucky men's college scores: Northern Kentucky 57, Cleveland State 56, Lipscomb 75, EKU 62, Bellarmine 56, Austin Peay 45, Louisiana Tech 85, Western Kentucky 74, and Moorhead 67, SIU Edwardsville 58. Center College is in the South this weekend for men's and women's college basketball doubleheaders. Tonight, Colonels visit Millsaps, and Sunday afternoon, they're at Birmingham Southern. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Would you like to receive a free gift? Refer a friend or family member to Farmers National Bank and receive your free gift. It's simple. Visit the bank's website at fnbky.com. And when your friend opens a Farmers National Bank checking account, you receive a free gift. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Jenny, local owner of the Danville Nutrition Center, and we are making room for new products by clearancing out overstocked items. Save 20 to 40% off on select vitamins, herbs, and health and beauty products. We currently have hundreds of sale items, but it's while supplies last. So stop by the Nutrition Center soon to save. We are conveniently located at 802 South 4th Street, Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
New Rams cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Hi, I'm John Welsh. During the Start Something New sales event, save up to $11,000 off MSRP on 22 Ram 2500s. Choose from over 50 new models now available. Stock C22659. Bob Allen, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Hi, this is Jenny, local owner of the Danville Nutrition Center, and we are making room for new products by clearancing out overstocked items. Save 20 to 40% off on select vitamins, herbs, and health and beauty products. We currently have hundreds of sale items, but it's while supplies last. So stop by the Nutrition Center soon to save. We are conveniently located at 802 South 4th Street, Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
The Parthenon Greek American eats, dine in or take out. Fresh from our family, fresh Mediterranean and American. A gathering place, always a treat. Specialty gyros, great burgers and fries. Whatever you're craving will satisfy.
The Parthenon Greek American Eats Dine In or Take Out. Fresh from our family.
In Danville on Lexington Avenue.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our good friends over at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family is certified something to tastify their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass, where a great steak is truly just the beginning. All right, mostly cloudy, a high today of 40, a low tonight of 27. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 44. Sunday, rain showers, and a high of 43. Right now, it's 7:28 in the morning. It is 38 degrees here in Danville. We welcome on to the show Danville head boys basketball coach Ed McKinney. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, Coach. You're up early, got your coffee in you. Y'all got a game tonight, don't you?
Exactly.
You're ready to rock tonight. You're at Boyle County, Coach. And this is always a fun game to be a part of and be at. And, every year we know that Boyle County is going to have a formidable basketball team and led by head coach Denny Webb. Coach, tell us what you know about this Boyle County team this year.
Well, they're good again as usual, and they just play hard. Coach Webb, like a lot of other coaches in the region, is just he's hard to outcoach. So I tell our kids all the time, it's hard to outcoach these guys, so you got to outplay them. So it'll be another tough game for us. They play hard. Jakey Carter's just very, very difficult to deal with. He's relentless on the glass. You can't hardly keep him off the boards, and he's gotten a lot better offensively. So he'll be a problem, and they shoot it good out of kids like Myers and Turner, and Quisenberry's a really good point guard. So. And the Bodner kid's, he's playing hard and he's a good defender, so we've got our hands full.
Coach, what's the prognosis or diagnosis on Owen Barnes? We know Owen, I'm sure, wanted to play in this game, but tell us what you're seeing out of him and when he'll be able to get back.
He's got a small fracture in his hand, so kept him out of the Lincoln game, but I think he's going to try to suit it up tonight. He'll be a little limited, and we'll have to, play him a little bit differently. I don't know how physical he's going to be able to be, but he's going to suit it up tonight, and we'll see how he does.
Now, did that happen during the Somerset game? I know he took a spill there near you all's bench early in that game and kind of was favoring his hand after that. I assume that's when it happened.
Actually, I think it wasn't in it. He kind of freak thing. He kind of reached in to get the ball off the screen. He reached in, hit the guy's leg. So I think it's kind of a freak thing.
We're with Danville head boys basketball coach Ed McKinney. Coach, we haven't talked since you all did beat Somerset last Friday, and a game where Jarius Bryant just set the arena on fire. Coach, he had his first 6 3-pointers. We've seen some incredible shooting performances, obviously, throughout the years, and you have as well. Have you seen something like what Jarius did last Friday against Somerset?
Not really. I can't. I was thinking about that. I don't remember a kid we've had that gotten going like that in such a short period of time. So, and I told Mike Marcy after the game that it just couldn't happen to a better kid. Jarius, he's just a great kid. He does whatever. And, I think the next night he shot 3 shots. So he's not a guy out there hunting his points, which is bad coaching, by the way. When a guy gets 37 and against Lincoln, he shoots 3 times. I think they need to look at the coaching there. But he's just such a good kid. He's a good player. He was kind of a role player in middle school, so I don't think he's ever seen himself as. He's gotten so much better. So he's one of our main guys now, and he showed it the other night.
Yeah, sets you up with a game against Covington Holy Cross, and don't want to jump the gun too much because you do have Boyle County tonight. We know you're focused on that, but that Covington Holy Cross team, they can play, can't they? They have the state's leading scorer who averages nearly 34 a game in Jacob Meyer. This is a team that consistently is putting up 80 and 90 points a game.
Yeah, this is after the Somerset game. It's been a tough. I mean, we've got Lincoln, Boyle, and then them. It's been odd to figure out how to go about coaching because you want to be ready for that, but you got to be ready for your district games. But they are a legit team. He is a legit Division I. He's a great athlete, and he's skilled, and he's left-handed, but he finishes with his right, and he jumps over top of you. So, and he got a 7-footer in the middle. I went and watched him play Newport, one of the best high school games I've seen in a long time because Newport's really good. So, I don't know. We're a long way from being ready to play them. We'll have to figure it out, but it'll be fun. If people will get their money's worth one way or the other if they go, because either we'll pull a big upset or you're going to see a very good basketball team on the other side.
It's Danville and Covington Holy Cross. That game is scheduled for next Thursday. That'll be at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But again, tonight, it's the crosstown rivalry. The girls will play first, 6 o'clock. The boys will follow that at 7:30ish or so. We'll have those two games with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram, on the mic, and we'll have it right here tonight on 103.9 FM WHIR. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you again next week, okay?
Thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir, Coach. Bye. As Danville head basketball coach Ed McKinney, we try to reach Coach McKinney on Wednesday. We talk with Coach Wiersma, the Lady Rebel girls basketball coach, Mondays, and Coach Webb, the boys coach at Boyle County, on Tuesdays, but couldn't get in touch with Coach McKinney on Wednesday. So I said, you know what, let's just reschedule it for Friday because that's when you all in Boyle County play each other. So it should be a good one. We know that Coach Webb going to have his guys ready at Boyle County. We know Coach McKinney will do the same thing. The girls game is before that one. So get out there and enjoy 2 games for the price of 1 tonight. Or if you can't go, tune in to 103.9 FM WHIR Danville. It's 7:34 in the morning. The County Agents Corner is coming up next.
Hi, this is Jenny, local owner of the Danville Nutrition Center, and we are making room for new products by clearancing out overstocked items. Save 20 to 40% off on select vitamins, herbs, and health and beauty products. We currently have hundreds of sale items, but it's while supplies last. So stop by the Nutrition Center soon to save. We are conveniently located at 802 South 4th Street, Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
If you're looking for treatment, if you're looking for help out there, and you're a woman, you can't do it by yourself. They will welcome you in with open arms and open hands right where you're at.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
At Subtle's Tree Care, we salute the beauty of the great outdoors. And for those times when the great outdoors isn't so beautiful, you don't have to worry. At Subtle's Tree Care, we do it all. We help protect your trees from damage in high winds and storms, even tree and stump removal, land clearing, brush trimming. Let Subtle's Tree Care take a look at your property. If there's a tree that could be a problem, we'll let you know and take care of it before the problem happens. At Subtle's Tree Care, you get the best for less. Affordable, expert tree and brush trimming. Cabling to reduce stress damage on your tree from high winds, weight from ice and snow, and heavy foliage. At Subtle's Tree Care, we're your neighbors. We live here. We're a licensed, insured, locally owned business. A family that's been taking care of your land for over 30 years. The great outdoors. It's beautiful. At Subtle's Tree Care, we can help you keep it that way. Visit SubtlesTreeCare.com and let's take care of your trees and property before there's a problem. Subtle's Tree Care. Get the best for less.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
At Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, save thousands all month long on over 4,500 new and used vehicles from any of our 23 locations. We have the largest selection in Kentucky. Choose from any brand at any time at DonFranklinAuto.com. We offer easy financing and free delivery of any vehicle to the closest Don Franklin location near you. Don Franklin, Nicholasville, Mitsubishi. Don Franklin Family of Dealerships, celebrating 50 years of respect and trust. Visit DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, Nicholasville, Mitsubishi.
Download a Sheetway for the dunk. Hi, it's Tom Leach. Join me and the Goose, Wildcat Hall of Famer Jack Gibbons, for Kentucky basketball all season long. And tune in Dave Baker and two-time national champ Cameron Mills for our Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Tip-Off coverage. It starts 90 minutes before game time on the UK Sports Network.
It's all right here on this UK Sports Network station. Your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM C105. Go Cats!
Republic Services of Kentucky offers a single source solution for all of your disposal needs, servicing residential, commercial, and industrial customers with offerings that include recycling and other disposal options. You have enough to worry about on a daily basis. Leave waste disposal to Republic Services. They'll handle it from there. For a quote or to discuss services, reach out to republicservices.com or give them a call at 859-263-2000. 263-2000.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our good friends that are hanging out over at Danville Auto Body Shop for top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at 315 Dillahay and call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299, 236-2299. You know, that's how you get in touch with Danville Auto Body Shop. Mostly cloudy, a high of 40, low tonight 27. Tomorrow, sunny and 44. Sunday, rain showers, a high of 43. It's 7:40 in the morning right now. It's 37 degrees. And what's going on this morning with Jay Hetmansberger? Good morning, Jay.
Hey, good morning, Joe. I've enjoyed being with you this week.
Yeah, been a fun week, and we've had a little bit of everything with the weather, Jay. We had some warm temperatures. We've had some cold temperatures. Now we get some rain a little bit later on, so a typical week in Kentucky weather. And
That's what I was getting ready to say, typical Kentucky weather.
No, yeah, it's something we're used to. And I tell you what, though, nothing beats, Jay, when we had that cold snap at the end of the year, I guess around Christmas, when we had a 90-degree difference between what the wind chill was and what the actual temperature was a couple days later.
That put an exclamation point on the year.
That is ridiculous. Yeah, we ended the year in the most ridiculous fashion possible when it came to weather. Jay's on here for the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Got the top price for your livestock? Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Jay Hetmansberger.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the County Agent's Corner. This program is brought to you each weekday at this time as a service of the Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer County UK Agriculture Extension Agent. And I am Jay Hetmansberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. This morning's topic is calving ease in beef cows. The old management adage, if you don't measure it, you can't improve it, holds true for many beef production traits. It is especially true for calving difficulty. With the spring bull buying season just around the corner, it's important for producers to review their current data collection scheme and the data they use in selection of bulls to remedy problems in their herd. Many producers still collect birth weights of calves as part of their performance record collection system. Producers are encouraged to transition to collection of calving ease scores instead of, or in addition to, birth weights. Birth weight only accounts for 55 to 60% of the genetic variation in calving ease. So selection for reduced birth weight alone won't improve calving ease as much as selecting directly on calving ease. And since birth weight is strongly correlated with other growth traits, reduction in birth weight is usually associated with decreased growth performance at weaning and yearly. For cow-calf producers, calving ease is the economically relevant trait associated with calving difficulty. Economically relevant traits are those that directly generate revenue or incur cost in the beef production system. Birth weight is an indicator trait. In this case, birth weight provides some information on calving ease. Birth weight alone doesn't directly generate revenue or incur cost independent of calving ease. So recording calving ease scores is easy and should be done at or shortly after birth. Monitoring calving ease in heifers and cows will allow producers to select sires with optimal calving ease and moderate levels of birth weight, helping to minimize calving difficulty. And that's today's County Agent's Corner. It's been my pleasure to be your host. I am Jay Hetmansberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. Hope you have a nice day and a profitable year down on the farm.
Look there, J. Hetmansberger in the County Agent's Corner. It's brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Jay, before you go, I've got some random facts that you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Jay, are you ready?
Oh, we can't wait.
All right, good. Here we go. Fact number one. The word hot became a synonym for popular or in demand around 1909. Like, oh, yeah, that's hot. Like, that's the thing that's popular right now. In the 1920s, the meaning was extended to include sexual desirability. So, like, oh, he or she is hot. That's how that word became to be there about a decade later in the 1920s. There you go. Number two.
That long. Okay.
The Carpenters' hit "We've Only Just Begun" started out as a jingle for a bank or a bank commercial. The writer Paul Williams decided to expand it to a complete song. The Carpenters liked that song. They recorded it, and voila, it became a hit.
Yeah, making a lot of money.
Number three, Albert Einstein was so sure that he was going to win a Nobel Prize that he included the prize money in a divorce settlement 3 years before he won it. Now, that is confidence right there.
That is confidence, buddy, yeah.
And that's also being a nice guy. Like, hey, look, I know I'm going to win this.
I'll go ahead and give future winnings.
Yes, I'll go ahead and split the future winnings because I know I'm going to win this thing. And that is some confidence. Number four, sharks are older than trees. Sharks have been around for about 400 million years. Trees for about 350 million years.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And number five, in the 1800s, there was a superstition in the New England area that tuberculosis was caused by vampires.
Ooh.
I don't know if they thought if a vampire bit you, it gave you tuberculosis, or just being around one gave it to you. I don't know what their thought process was behind that, but there you go. Some random facts for you, Jay. Appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again, I guess, in the middle of February, okay?
There we go. Everybody have a good weekend.
All right, Jay. Bye. Jay Hetmansberger in the County Agent's Corner. It's brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Appreciate Jay being on here. All right, let's see what's going on in sports with the big daddy, Steve Bertram. We have that coming up. We also see what's going on in the world of absolute weird celebrity news. The showbiz segment is coming up next.
Danville Christian Academy provides the type of schooling that appeals to many families. If it's something that appeals to your family, you probably already know the positive benefits of a faith-based school. But did you know that DCE's location north of Danville is only a few minutes away from Nicholasville, Wilmore, Harrodsburg, and Bergen? A quality, faith-based education in a unique campus setting is closer to home than you probably thought. Check them out at dcaky.org. Danville Christian Academy, engaging the truth, empowering the future.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 2 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty and 127. Open till late, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky goes after its third straight SEC win tomorrow afternoon when they take on Texas A&M. The Aggies are in second place at 5-0 in the conference. The Cats just got back to 500 at 3-3. Countdown to tip-off begins at 12:30. Tip-off is at 2 o'clock in Rupp Arena for Kentucky versus Texas A&M on Z105. Hometown Radio brings you a girl-boy doubleheader tonight as Danville entertains Boyle County. The girls' game tips off at 6 while the boys play around 7:40. Hear both games on WHIR FM 103.9. In boys action tonight, Garrett County hosts Marion County at 7:30 on Z105. Tomorrow night in boys play, Mercer County takes on Pulaski County at 7:30 on WHBN FM 99.5. All these games stream at hometownlive.net. The NFL's division semifinals are set for this weekend. Tomorrow afternoon at 4:30, Jacksonville's at Kansas City. Saturday night at 8:15, Philadelphia Eagles host the New York Giants. Sunday at 3, the defending AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals visit Buffalo, while Dallas is at San Francisco around 6:30. In girls' high school basketball games last night, DCA 55, Whitefield Academy 41, East Jessamine 64, Bergen 42, and Franklin County 46, Anderson County 27. Kentucky men's college scores: Northern Kentucky 57, Cleveland State 56, Lipscomb 75, EKU 62, Bellarmine 56, Austin P 45, Louisiana Tech 85, Western Kentucky 74, and Moorhead 67, SIU Edwardsville 58. Center College is in the South this weekend for men's and women's college basketball doubleheaders. Tonight, Colonels visit Millsaps, and Sunday afternoon, they're at Birmingham Southern. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they are offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice, along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of Famous Crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
No need to worry where you could dispose of your deep fryer cooking oil. Used cooking oil is accepted at Ghost Pike Convenience Center for all Boyle County residents. Waste cooking oil collected is recycled into biodiesel fuel. The Ghost Pike Convenience Center is open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 5.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Just who is this car wash lady, a.k.a. the Queen of Suds? None other than Jenny Hogue, owner and manager of Car Express Wash in Danville. Jenny, how did you get started?
My owners wanted to sell the business. They offered to me first. October of 2018 is when I became the car wash lady, a.k.a. the Queen of Suds. We are invested in making Danville a happier, safer, and cleaner community. Give the giver clean this season. We have gift cards available and also monthly memberships. We are located in the Big Blue Building, Danville Bypass. Don't drive dirty.
Hey folks, this is Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. Home us $88 down delivered. Do you have a job taking home $350 a week? Well, if you do, we have over 20 lenders who want to approve you. This 2016 Chevrolet Equinox, or this 2015 Hyundai Sonata, or this 2016 Hyundai Tucson, your choice, $88 down, $199 a month. Come to Cartown Kia or visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
Example, 2016 Chevy Equinox, 2015 Hyundai Sonata, 2015 Hyundai Tucson. Only select in-stock makes and models. With approved credit, $88 down payment, $199 per month, plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees. Subject to higher sale while supplies last. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Hey, it's brought to you by our friends at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal over at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family has certified something to tastify their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. A great steak is truly just the beginning. Mostly cloudy, a high of 40 today, low tonight 27. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 44. Sunday, rain showers, a high of 43. Right now, it's 7:53 in the morning. 238 WHIR is the phone number to call in. We can't not mention the passing of legendary rock and roll artist David Crosby. It happened just the other day. I cannot tell you how many times growing up that I listened to Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Was one of my dad's favorite groups. My dad growing up in the South, in the late 60s, early 70s, at the height of the Southern rock movement and this type of music. If you were to ask me when I was growing up, who were my dad's favorite bands or groups, I would say Allman Brothers Band, number 1, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, number 2. That's just how I always felt like those are the two bands he always listened to. And David Crosby, a founding member of both the Byrds and Crosby, Stills, and Nash, died yesterday after a long illness at the age of 81. He was active on Twitter right up until his death on Wednesday. One of his final tweets was actually a critique on heaven. Yikes, I'm not sure, but I want to be tweeting there near my death, but he did. I heard the place is cloudy, he said. Crosby was with the Byrds from 1964 until 1967 when he formed CSNN with Stills and Nash. They later added Neil Young to become Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. They broke up in the 70s, but would reform in various combinations over the years, despite not always getting along. In fact, there's some noted incidents where they didn't get along. In a statement by Graham Nash, he noted their relationship was volatile, but added, quote, "What has always mattered to David and me more than anything was the pure joy of music we created together, the sound we discovered with one another, and the deep friendship we shared over all those many years with Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young." Crosby famously spent 5 months in prison in 1986 on gun and drug charges. And he's a 2-time inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with both the Byrds and CSNN. He was also the producer of Melissa Etheridge's Children. Notice I said producer of that. In 2000, she revealed that Crosby was the donor for her 2 kids and then partner, Julie Cypher. One of them died in 2020 due to drug addiction at the age of 21. In addition to the other child he fathered for Melissa, Crosby is survived by his wife, 2 sons, and 2 daughters. David Crosby died yesterday at the age of 81, one of the all-time great rock and roll artists. And me and my dad were fortunate enough to see David Crosby when he came to Norton Center for the Arts probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and was glad to be able to do that before, obviously the only other time we could have seen David Crosby in concert. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. David Crosby, 81 years old yesterday when he died. It's 7:56. We are going to see what's going on in the world of absolute weird. The showbiz segment, Celebrity News, is coming up for you right now on the Joe Show. Here it is. Let's take a trip out west to Hollywood. Well, Beyonce is one of the most recognizable stars in the world for a reason, and she's set to get paid like one. Beyonce is going to do one show, 1 hour long, $24 million. It's at a resort in Dubai this weekend, and it's an invite only, so she's not even selling tickets to the sucker. People can actually hear her rehearsing from outside the resort. Some fans have posted videos. Songs she's been rehearsing include Crazy in Love, Halo, Drunken Love, and Spirit from the 2019 version of The Lion King. So Beyonce is going to make a cool $24 million an hour for her performance this weekend. By now, I'm sure you've heard Alec Baldwin will be charged with involuntary manslaughter in the death of cinematographer Alina Hutchins on the set of the movie Rust. The Santa Fe district attorney is also charged in the movie's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. They're actually facing 2 counts each of manslaughter. Assistant director David Hall signed a plea agreement for the charge of negligent use of a deadly weapon. Alec claims Hall handed him the weapon and said it was safe just before it went off. Alec's attorney said the decision to charge him, quote, represents a terrible miscarriage of justice. He added that Baldwin, quote, relied on the professionals with whom he worked, who assured him the gun did not have live rounds. He had no reason to believe there was a live bullet in the gun or anywhere on the movie set. As for why Baldwin and Gutierrez-Reed are each facing 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter, is because one of them includes a firearm enhancement charge. A jury will now have to decide which version of the crime each of them is guilty of. The version with the enhancement comes with a mandatory 5-year prison sentence. Otherwise, it's a much more lenient 18 months in jail and a $5,000 fine. A preliminary hearing is about 2 months away. By the way, the DEA, district attorney, said, quote, the evidence clearly shows a pattern of criminal disregard for safety on the set of the Rust film. In New Mexico, there's no room for film sets that don't take our state's commitment to gun safety and public safety seriously. And hey, Robert Pattinson, the actor, said he has tried every fad diet he can think of except consistency. In an interview with ES Magazine, Robert said, quote, I once ate nothing but potatoes for 2 weeks as a detox. Just boiled potatoes and Himalayan pink salt. Apparently, it's a cleanse, and you definitely lose weight. He said he tried keto once, but didn't realize that he couldn't drink beer on it. He said he's never struggled with body image, but there is a dangerous pressure put on men to be in shape and lose weight. Quote, even if you're just watching your calorie intake, it's extraordinarily addictive, and you don't quite realize how insidious it is until it's too late. Interesting. Robert Pattinson once did a cleanse diet where he ate nothing but boiled potatoes for 2 weeks. Alec Baldwin being charged with involuntary manslaughter, and Beyonce $24 million for one 1-hour concert. That's what's going on in the world of weird showbiz segment. Milton's Deli in Danville, the place to go for your sandwich for lunch later on this afternoon. It is a Friday. It's the Miles Bell special we have going on. It is the Big Daddy Club. Piled high with deli baked ham, smoked turkey, crisp bacon, Swiss and American cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, mayonnaise, and their famous Dijon horseradish sauce served on your choice of white, wheat, or rye. It's number 1, the Big Daddy Club, only at Milton's Deli in Danville. Number 1, East Main. Number 2, Danville Cinemas 8. Both locations serving the great sandwich, the Big Daddy Club. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Top Hour News is coming your way.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock. NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Biden will host a bipartisan group of mayors at the White House today, and the migrant crisis at the southern border will be high on the agenda. Today's meeting comes just 2 weeks after Biden traveled to the border for the first time as president to assess the extent of the crisis, and it comes at the halfway point in his administration. Correspondent Ali Rafa at the White House with more on today's event.
He'll probably talk about what he aims to do over the next few years in battling inflation, on protecting women's reproductive rights.
The annual March for Life in Washington today will cover the familiar route along Constitution Avenue to Capitol Hill, where the route will change. Abortion protesters will turn to walk past the U.S. Capitol instead of going straight to the Supreme Court. Today's march will be the first since the court's Dobbs versus Jackson women's health decision in June, overturning the 1973 Roe v. Wade ruling. A winter storm that dumped up to a foot of snow in the Midwest this week is marching into the Northeast today. The region could see snow, freezing rain, or a mix of both. A day after Microsoft announced it would lay off nearly 5% of its workforce, the parent company of Google is announcing job cuts. Rory O'Neill reports.
Google's parent company, Alphabet, says it will lay off 12,000 employees, or about 6% of its global workforce. This comes months after other tech companies announced their own cutbacks. Amazon downsizing by 18,000. Meta, the parent of Facebook and Instagram, cutting 11,000 jobs. The companies say their ranks swelled too much during the pandemic, and leaders want to pare down the workforce as they prepare for an economic slowdown.
His fellow rock legends are paying tribute to the late David Crosby. The singer-songwriter was part of 2 legendary bands, the Byrds and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. On Thursday, it was reported that Crosby died at the age of 81. His bandmate Graham Nash said Crosby leaves behind an incredible legacy. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Networks make it possible to share data from lots of places, like a bird sanctuary. Good eye. There is a typo. Thanks. But to make them powerful enough to deliver new opportunities at the edge, you need CW and Aruba. CW experts can help design and implement an Aruba Edge Services platform which unifies, secures, and automates network environments everywhere, so you can translate data into innovation. Sorry, do you mind? This is confidential. Aruba makes visibility at the edge possible. CDW makes it powerful. Learn more at cdw.com/Aruba.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer. The U.S. is sending Stryker combat vehicles to Ukraine for the first time as part of a new aid package. Speaking at a meeting of NATO defense leaders in Germany Friday, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin outlined some of that package.
This new assistance package also helps meet Ukraine's urgent need for armor and combat vehicles. So we're providing 59 more Bradleys, 90 Strykers, 53 MRAPs, and 350 up-armored Humvees.
The Pentagon on Thursday announced a $2.5 billion security package, the latest to help Ukraine fight Russian forces. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is hoping NATO leaders will agree to give Ukraine tanks. In a video address Thursday night, Zelensky said tanks are the key to ending the war properly. A Massachusetts man is sentenced to spend more than 3 years in federal prison for making hundreds of thousands of dollars in counterfeit $100 bills. Trey Thomas reports.
Victor Cardona allegedly had a counterfeit money-making operation in his Quincy home. Prosecutors say more than 4,000 fake $100 bills recovered from around the country have been linked to Cardona's counterfeiting operation. In addition to his prison time, Cardona is also ordered to spend 2 years on supervised release and to pay a $5,000 fine.
Major League Soccer player Anton Waltz is dead. Liz Kennedy with the story.
The 25-year-old was killed in a boating accident on Wednesday in South Florida. His current team, Charlotte FC, confirmed his death Thursday morning. In a statement from his former team, Atlanta United, officials said, "We are heartbroken to learn of the passing of Anton Waltz, an inaugural member of Atlanta United. Anton was the epitome of a great teammate." Major League Soccer is coordinating to assist players, associates, and family members dealing with his loss.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show. Hey, this is Joe Mathis. Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone, to Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I am like you to do it.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Bagg starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Bagg on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Folks, this is Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. It's a new year and time for a new ride. Start your year right with savings on a new Kia.
Like the 2023 Kia Forte, for just $249 down and $249 per month. Plus, if you make over $350 a week, we have 20 lenders who want to approve you.
Come see us here at Cartown Kia or look us up at CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $49 down, $249 per month. 3160 due at signing, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year. Plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
We know what that struggle is. We know how bad that is. We know all the damage and the chaos that we created in the past. But the important part is we can tell them the solution.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
Good morning to you. It's Friday. It's January the 20th. It is 37 degrees. The wind chill is like 34. I got a forecast coming your way. News coming up here as well. And Dusty is in studio. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Heart of Kentucky United Way has welcomed Stephanie Blevins back as its executive director. Blevins had served as the executive director there for 12 years, but left in October to take a job as the Danville Schools new finance and HR director. However, yesterday, the Heart of Kentucky announced that Blevins had once again returned to lead the organization as executive director. The Heart of Kentucky United Way serves Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer counties. An investigation by multiple agencies helped net drugs. It happened last week when Perryville Police, along with probation and parole, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, and Harrisburg Police seized around 35 ounces of synthetic drugs and a cylinder containing heroin. They say that seizure was a part of an investigation conducted by Perryville Police. The investigation continues, and more charges could be pending. It's expected to be a first on Saturday. Boyle County High School boys basketball will be tossing aside the black and gold jerseys to wear green. On Saturday, Boyle County High School will honor the old Forkland High School, whose mascot was the Green Wave. For that game, Boyle County will wear green. Forkland Green Wave jerseys. What's thought to be the first time that Boyle County High School has ever worn green jerseys. The game kicks off at 7:30. The city of Bergen will get more than $560,000 from the federal government to help with flooding in the city. Bergen Mayor Joe Monroe announced last week that the city had gotten $562,000 to help with the flooding on Water Street. The Harrisburg Herald reporting that the hope was that Bergen would get $750,000 for the project that would install two 30-inch pipes into the city, as well as pumps to control floodwater. The project is expected to cost more than $1 million. Monroe reminded the city that it could take up to a year to get that federal funding in. The Harrisburg-Mercer County Planning and Zoning Commission will hold a public hearing next month on a text amendment that would allow property owners to apply to be included in the Harrisburg Historic District. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that Harrisburg had already applied to the Kentucky Heritage Council for this, which would allow property owners of a standalone structure to apply to become a part of the historic district. Harrisburg Historic Preservation Board Attorney House said if the text amendment is approved, Harrisburg would regain its status as a certified local government and a chance to apply for national trust grants. I'm Joe Mathis.
Hello, this is Alan Martin, loan officer at Whitaker Bank in downtown Danville. Home values are at an all-time high, which means it's the perfect time to look into a home equity loan. Whitaker Bank can help you turn the equity in your home into a line of credit that can allow you to finally do those repairs you put off, or to provide peace of mind knowing you have the funds available for an emergency. Call me at 859-236-9822. That's 859-236-9822, and together we'll find just the right loan for you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing loan.
Hey, folks, this is Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. Almost $88 down delivered. You have a job taking home $350 a week. Well, if you do, we have over 20 lenders who want to approve you. The 2016 Chevrolet Equinox, or the 2015 Hyundai Sonata, or the 2016 Hyundai Tucson, your choice, $88 down, $199 a month. Come to Cartown Kia or visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
Chevy Equinox, 2015 Hyundai Sonata, 2015 Hyundai Tucson, only select in-stock makes and models. With approved credit, $88 down payment, $199 per month. Tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees. Subject to sale, place last. Include dealer added options. Dealer for details.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they're offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece bread strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice, along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice. Hot Homestyle Buttermilk Biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, Call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Hey folks, it's Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. It's a new year and time for a new ride. Start your year right with savings on the new Kia.
Like the 2023 Kia Forte, leased for just $249 down and $249 per month. Plus, if you make over $350 a week, we have 20 lenders that want to approve you.
Come see us here at Cartown Kia or look us up at CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte, $249 down, $249 per month, $31.60 due at signing, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license stock and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. May not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it would take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rate, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, call Consolidated Credit now.
Call now, 800-552-6750. That's 800-552-6750. 800-552-6750.
Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services or by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 19, Oregon DM 80031. Licensed by Virginia State Corporation, Commission licensed under PC 32. Establishment of a plan may adversely affect the individual's credit rating or credit scores. Non-payment of debt may be credited to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by.
It's brought to you by our friends. They're over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. That's ADA Heating and Air. Cloudy skies, a high today of 40, a low tonight of 27. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. A high of 44 and a chance of rain showers Saturday night and a Sunday. Right now it is 8:15 in the morning. Dusty is in studio. What's going on with Dusty? There you go. And now it's stuck in your head, right?
Oh, yeah. No, it totally gets stuck in my head.
Yeah.
It's very catchy. It's good stuff.
And they've done some great work at my house.
Yeah?
ADA has.
That's good. Well, I don't know if that's good, but I mean, like, it's good that they did great work.
They come in and they do great work.
It's just bad that you needed them.
Yeah, but everybody does at some point in their life, right? I mean, at some point, and that's my biggest fear right now is that the HVAC system is going to go out. We moved in the house 7 years ago.
Okay.
Haven't changed the HVAC system yet.
That's all right. Yeah.
So I'm just wondering how long the life expectancy
Do
is.
you know how old it is?
No.
Oh, well, then, yeah, that's it.
Still working.
Yeah.
Churning like a charm.
Still kicking.
So we're sending good vibes to it.
You also have the wood burning stove too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The problem with the wood burning stove now is that I'm all out of like the smaller wood that you would use to kind of kindle the fire to get started.
Right.
And so all I have is the big pieces.
Well, why don't you get those starting logs?
Actually, I have some of those.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I didn't even think about that.
There you go.
You may have just, but that's good for one fire.
Yeah, I mean, but you can get multiple starting logs. Like,
Yeah, there are.
usually, okay, so here's what I do whenever I start fires. at my house on my own property to burn my own things. Just so we're clear on that.
I hope the police. Hold on, before you start talking, let me call the police here.
Yeah, I take the dryer lint. Like you just like especially when you do the towels, there's like a bunch of them, right? Or there's just a lot of lint, right? And that dryer lint burns really quickly.
Okay.
Most house fires are caused
By dryer lint. That's why I'm very meticulous when it comes to cleaning out my dryer lint.
Exactly.
Filter. I guess the
lint
trap or the filter. Yeah.
But just keep it, and then what you can the Boy
But
Scouts.
can you burn that in a wood burning stove?
Sure, why not?
I'm not sure you can.
Why can't you?
I've always read, and people do it differently, right? Like, so I know people who put cardboard in a wood burning stove to get their fire going.
Paper?
Yeah, but there's some things that, like, what I've read is it builds up in your chimney and cause chimney fires.
Oh, like a residue.
Yeah,
Well,
like
if-
creosote.
Yeah. But if you burn pine, like if you chop down a pine tree,
You don't want to burn that because it got sap in it.
Exactly, but that also builds up with the same thing. But you can also get those logs that burn away that stuff, right?
There's logs that burn away creosote?
Yeah, it's like a chimney sweep log.
I need to look into this more, Dusty.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I need
It's
to
like
look
I don't
into
even have one.
Yeah.
But anyway, what my dad taught me is that you can take the dryer lint and put petroleum jelly around it, or like Vaseline,
Okay.
and then that's a good fire starter. Because the petroleum jelly is petroleum, so it's oil, it's gas based. Like
Yeah.
flammable.
Okay.
And then like you dip it in there and like then you can put it in like an egg crate, and then you just pick up one and set it in the fire and light it.
I feel like Dusty, you are filled with some of the most
Useless.
It's not really
knowledge.
useless. It's not useless because
No,
this.
it
I mean,
is.
this is
It's very
useful,
useless.
but it's so random.
Oh yeah,
Like
totally.
you know the most random array of knowledge, like how to start fires, all the way to like. I mean, we talk about different subjects in podcasts you listen to that you know
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Like you're full of some of the most random knowledge of anyone that I know.
Because, like the podcasts that I follow are pretty random as well. My brother, who is a firefighter, said you can burn wind, but not new kind. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's he think about? Is he listening right now?
Oh yeah, obviously. I think
What's your brother's name?
John.
Okay, John. What do you think about using something like a lighter fluid in a wood burning stove? Because
is that what you do? You just put in a bunch of logs and
yeah. I mean,
I
it's
don't
in
know,
the
that's
wood
good.
burning.
Yeah,
It's in the wood
that's
burning
okay.
stove. That's what I've
That's
done for the last couple of years.
I mean, then why do
It
you need
hasn't
the,
burned my house down yet
why do you need the kindling then?
because the logs are so big they won't catch. It'll
Yeah.
burn just like the surface of it, but it can't get
Yeah.
like inside the log. So I need.
You just need like brush.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. All right, I got some brush. I can drop
I
it off.
don't want you loading a big load of brush in a trailer in my house. That's
Just
not
stop by
what I
out the horn,
want.
dump it off your
There you
front
go,
lawn.
Joe.
There's
Take
some-
care of it. See
there's
ya.
some wood in. See ya. I'm out.
All right.
All right, we'll give it some time to respond.
Yeah.
He's probably in a meeting or something.
Got a one earphone in to listen, like we used to do back in elementary and middle school when UK was playing in March Madness.
Totally. I
We'd
remember
have
doing
one
that.
earphone in to listen to the UK game while the teacher was teaching.
I remember my what was it? It was math class, and I had snuck the single earpiece flesh tone from our listen system at our church.
Mhm.
So we had the assisted listening system, and so it was all like nobody ever used them. And so I found like a single earpiece flesh tone color, and I was like,
What
this
grade
is-
were you in?
This was probably in high school.
So
Yeah.
you knew your tech stuff at that point anyway. So you knew
A
how to
little
grab a
bit.
single ear use flesh tone from church and get it hooked up to your radio.
Right. And then I put it in my Walkman,
Uh-huh.
right? And then I tuned it to whatever station that was, probably 98.1 The Bull, because
Mhm.
I think it's been on there. And then I ran it up my shirt and then out of my hoodie into my ear. And then I would like listen to the UK game.
While the teacher was teaching.
Right. And then
Yeah.
you just do one of these where you lean on like your hand or
Mhm.
whatever. And then like my friends would like write a note, be like, what's the score?
Now, kids listening now, if you're going to do that in school, make sure you use 105.1 WRNZ as your station. I encourage you to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not the one that's going to get in trouble. So if you want to listen to Z105 during the school day, by golly, go
Fine.
for it.
Yeah.
This is
turned
UK
out
country
right.
here. We know
Yeah.
you're going to listen to the game, but just make sure you listen to it on the right station, 105.1. Don't do what Dusty did and listen to 98.1. That's not what we want.
Okay. That's fair.
That's the only complaint I have about Dusty's story. Not the listening to radio in class.
But did
Wrong station.
What did it come on that station at that time?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I have no earthly idea.
2004, maybe something like that.
All right, it's 8:20 in the morning, Dustin. Let's get to music. Who you got picked out for the Kentucky Music
Okay,
Trivia?
so we got Reed Fields. He's going to be playing with the legendary Chris Knight. Chris Knight is one of those guys who he's like the songwriter, right? Like all the songwriters know of him.
Mhm.
He's from a small town in Kentucky. I can't think of it. It just totally skipped my mind. But it's a small,
Litchfield.
The Chris Knight is
Hawesville.
no
Salyersville.
Salyersville may be right. You're just guessing
I'm
small
just
towns. right?
naming random small towns.
Reed Fields, he has played up here at Gypsy Run. He's a hoot.
Owensville.
Owensville is where he's from.
Yes.
Slaughters.
also
So I think it's Slaughters, Kentucky is what it is. Is that near Owensville? Not
where
Reed Fields.
is it?
Chris Knight is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Chris
I was looking
Knight.
at Reed Fields.
Yeah, Reed Fields is Owensville, but Chris Knight I think is from Slaughters. Slaughters, Kentucky.
Okay, Chris Knight is from Slaughters. You're exactly
Yeah,
right.
all right, there we
Slaughters,
go. I got
Kentucky,
it.
which is in Webster County. That is far western Kentucky.
Yeah?
Webster County is.
Webster is okay. Well, Reed Fields. He's going to be playing with Chris Knight there at the Burl. That is tonight. If you want to go check it out. Reed Fields has played up here at Gypsy Run, and so he has a sticker, but he had recently gotten divorced, and his wife is on that sticker, and so we were like, he said, "You can stick that sticker up, but you got to mark out my wife's
Or
face."
cut off half the sticker.
And so we had Jared draw over his wife's face. So you can see it on the side of the cooler there. But he's a cool dude. He's a nice songwriter. He reminds me of like a 90s kind of style songwriter and player.
Okay.
that 90s country, when the country was like at its best, in my opinion, right?
Oh, yeah.
And but that's where he's going to be playing with Chris Knight. You also got the guy who we previewed Tuesday, Sean Whiting. He's going to be playing at the Nook tonight. If you want to go check out the Nook with Sean Whiting, he's more of a blues rocker, definitely like heavy guitar licks, like nice blues voice where he's like, yeah, right? And I sounded just like
you sounded like Eddie Vedder to me.
Okay.
Girl.
Girl. Red little. Anyway, and then you have Troublesome Times, which is coming to Gypsy Run tonight. There, I think the Burl and the Nook are both covers, so you do have to pay a cover charge to get in. Gypsy Run is free. Troublesome Times, I know that I couldn't find music by them, or else I'd be previewing them. But I do know that they are bringing an upright bass, hopefully,
cool,
a mandolin,
okay,
and an acoustic guitar, and there's going to be 3 vocals. And so I'm excited. That's probably more of a bluegrassy is what I'm imagining with those instruments. But I'm excited to work with them tonight there at Gypsy Run. So come see Troublesome Times. But Reed Fields is the one who we're previewing with the song. And this is called a Get Up Crowd.
Get Up Crowd
is the name of his song. And so the female vocals you hear in the song, that's his ex-wife.
Uh-oh.
She will not be there.
He's not bringing her along. They can just not talk the entire ride just so you can sing backup vocals.
I feel like that's an average Fleetwood Mac band ride, right?
We got Get Up, and that'll be coming up right after our sports with the Big Daddy and a quick commercial break. Come back with a Kentucky Music Preview Spotlight song. Get Up. Again, it is by Reed Fields.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with Sports. Kentucky goes after its 3rd straight SEC win tomorrow afternoon when they take on Texas A&M. The Aggies are in 2nd place at 5-0 in the conference. Cats just got back to 500 at 3-3. Countdown to tip-off begins at 12:30. Tip-off is at 2 o'clock in Rupp Arena for Kentucky versus Texas A&M on Z105. Hometown Radio brings you a girl-boy doubleheader in high school basketball tonight as Danville entertains Boyle County. The girls' game tips off at 6 while the boys play around 7:40. Hear both games on WHIR FM 103.9. In boys action tonight, Garrett County hosts Marion County at 7:30 on Z105. Tomorrow night in boys play, Mercer County takes on Pulaski County at 7:30 on WHBN FM 99.5. All these games stream at hometownlive.net. The NFL's division semifinals are set for this weekend. Tomorrow afternoon at 4:30, Jacksonville's at Kansas City. Saturday night at 8:15, Philadelphia Eagles host the New York Giants. Sunday at 3, the defending AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals visit Buffalo, while Dallas is at San Francisco around 6:30. In girls' high school basketball games last night, DCA 55, Whitefield Academy 41, East Jessamine 64, Bergen 42, and Franklin County 46, Anderson County 27. Kentucky men's college scores: Northern Kentucky 57, Cleveland State 56, Lipscomb 75, EKU 62, Bellarmine 56, Austin P 45, Louisiana Tech 85, Western Kentucky 74, and Moorhead 67, SIU Edwardsville 58. Center College is in the South this weekend for men's and women's college basketball doubleheaders. Tonight, Colonels visit Millsaps, and Sunday afternoon, they're at Birmingham Southern. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they're offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice, along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, Call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years. Republic Services of Kentucky offers a single source solution for all of your disposal needs, servicing residential, commercial, and industrial customers with offerings that include recycling and other disposal options. You have enough to worry about on a daily basis. Leave waste disposal to Republic Services. They'll handle it from there. For a quote or to discuss services, reach out to republicservices.com or give them a call at 859-263-2000, 263-2000.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way.
Rise and shine, champions.
Right here on the Happy Station, AM 1230 WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on 1230 WHIR. Darling.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Oh, it's brought to you by, where are we? 88 Heating and Air. No way, we just did that one, didn't we? Because you sung the jingle. No.
88's on the way.
Let's give it to Dexter Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Call Marker Chris for a free quote. Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. All right, cloudy skies right now and expecting that most of this day. A high of 39, a low of 27. Tomorrow, sunny and 44.
Say high of 39?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, right now it's 37, so it's not going to get any warmer really than what we have right now.
My bad.
Why?
Totally sent the kids without any jackets.
Oh, done that before.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday was like 60 degrees.
Wow. I cannot wait to see how many parents give you that look that you are the worst.
I'm not picking them up. So
Monica?
No, I think it's Brenda today. Yeah.
Who's that? Monica's mom?
Yeah, Monica's mom.
Okay.
Yeah,
so your mother-in-law gets the look.
But
or she'll let you all know.
No, she's totally
how
going to let
dare
us
you
know. Yeah.
Send your kids to school without a jacket when it's 39 degrees.
Yeah, she's going to let us know.
Let's see. Sunny tomorrow, 44, and Sunday rain, 43. Right now it's 8:29. Dusty, who do we have at the Kentucky Music Preview?
We have Reed Fields. He's going to be playing with the legendary Chris Knight tonight. They're at the Burl in Lexington, Kentucky. The song that I picked is from his 2017 album. The song is called A Get Up Crowd. So it's going to spice up Friday morning.
Here it is. There you go. Chris Knight.
Chris Knight, and this is Reed Fields playing. But Chris Knight's going to be playing. So Reed Fields is the opener. Chris Knight is the headliner tonight there at the Burl. But I think I've played Chris Knight at least like a dozen times.
All right. So you went with Pat.
Reed Fields.
Reed Fields.
Where'd you get Pat from?
I was going to say Patrick. I don't know.
He's thinking of Mahomes. Is that what you're thinking
I have
of?
no idea where Patrick came from.
All right.
Philip?
Let's see.
No, Reed. What's the guy's name?
Reed Fields.
Okay, so they're going to be in concert together, Reed Fields and Chris Knight.
Correct.
So he can play in this song with Chris Knight later on in the night when Chris Knight is on the stage, when Reed Fields is already done.
No, well, this is a Reed Fields song.
Where's Chris Knight coming from?
Chris Knight is playing after. Reed Fields is opening for Chris Knight.
So Chris Knight will probably come out and play this song with Reed Fields if he plays this song then.
Sure, he probably could, yeah.
Okay.
If he wanted to. I mean, they're good buddies, and they've traveled. They did some stints in Texas as far as like tours and stuff. Like they traveled together, and so they're good buddies, and it's always a good time whenever you have like friends that know each other, and you get to play and watch each other on stage and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, but good times. Eastern Kentucky, Western Kentucky, Slaughters, and then Owensville is where Reed Fields is. Owensville is where Reed Fields is from.
Good.
That sounds like one of those like the arsonist had oddly shaped
a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do we got going on in other music news?
Well, in other news, my brother did answer your questions. He says use just enough lighter fluid to get it started. Don't saturate the wood and then try to light, and then don't add lighter fluid if the fire's already started.
Yeah.
Instead, use starter logs. Maintenance guys set their cigarette butts on fire, and it was this. Oh no, that was another thing. Sorry.
Go ahead and finish reading it now.
No.
I'm interested in this story here.
No, the reason why he didn't answer earlier is because he smelled smoke in the where he's working, so he went and investigated that, and it was the maintenance dude who set his cigarette butt down.
All right.
Yeah. So that's that.
I wonder if he has that paranoia of always thinking he smells smoke.
True. I mean, yeah, probably. Right.
It's like I have the paranoia that I'm off the air, but I don't because I know that I'm on the air.
What if that light's broken?
Well, the silence sensor will be going off in the background.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, we know when the station's off the air for the most part because we have this high pitch alarm that goes off and lets us know.
I was wondering
because we have 3 stations here, right? So we can't simultaneously listen to all 3 at the same time.
But, yeah, we try.
Well, I mean, we do our best, but sometimes we get caught up doing something else and we don't realize it, and so then we hear this high pitch alarm and then we run and do whatever and try to figure out what station it is, and then we get it back on the air.
I remember one day I came in and you guys were troubleshooting and I helped and I like traced down
That's right.
Yeah, we swapped out.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
I was just happened to be in here.
We should have cut you a check for that.
I know, right.
It's probably 15 minutes of work for you. So how much is a quarter of an hour of work?
Usually we charge what, 75 an hour? So what's 75 divided by
4? Like 20 some bucks. Not even 20 some. Like $18.
75.
We owe you $18 for that.
$18.75.
$18.75 is what we owe you.
I'll take it all in your lemon meringue pie.
Okay. I value one lemon meringue pie at $20, so you owe me $2.25 after I bring it to you.
You got a deal. I'll take it.
What else is going on, Dusty, before we let you go?
Let's see. Well, you got Sleeping in the Woods Festival announced their it's a music festival down there in Lake Cumberland in Pulaski County. They announced their lineup, and then you also had Master Musicians Festival, which I think we talked about on Tuesday, announced their lineup. So go check those out on your websites or wherever you get your social media from, or Facebook. They each have their own pages and whatnot. That's Sleeping in the Woods, which I think is a new festival started this year. But they have a lot of great people coming up. And my question is, do I have to sleep in the woods to go to this festival?
If so, I'm not going.
Right?
I'm telling you, I don't like camping. I'm not going to go to a festival that makes me camp. I'm not going to do
What
it.
if it was a cabin, Joe? Will cabin work?
Yes, because it's inside.
Okay.
There's indoor plumbing. Look, I played a stand-up comedian bit about this before, but there's a reason why men and women, but the species of man evolved into not sleeping outside. You know why? Because it stinks.
Yeah, it's rough.
That's why we built shelter, and that's why we have air conditioning and beds and indoor plumbing, because we didn't want to live outside anymore. So why would I want to go back to doing that?
With the experience.
I have no experience in that. It's not fun, so I don't want to experience that.
I like all the parts about camping except for the falling asleep. Right, that's the roughest part.
Yeah,
you never get like good rest.
Sleeping on the ground.
Now, I did in my younger days, whenever we would go hooting and hollering, I would bring a hammock, and that was a lot better.
Yeah.
But hammocks get cold quick because you have the breeze underneath you, and like there's no warmth.
You hang the hammock over top of a fire.
Well, so one night I got the bright idea of heating up a bunch of rocks and then just setting it underneath my hammock. It worked.
Did it work okay?
Yeah, my friends were mad at me because I kept throwing rocks in the fire. like randomly in big rocks. And then I had these my firefighter gloves that I used, and I would just pick up the rocks and move it over and underneath my hammock. And then I laid down, and it was toasty. It was good. Yeah. It's my Bear Grylls tip for the day.
There you go. Look, I'm telling you, he knows the most random assortment of knowledge. It's all kind of useful, but it's just like you hope Dusty knows about what it is that you need to know about. There's a chance he may, but there's also a chance he may have no idea.
You can just Google it.
So, all right, Dusty, appreciate you being on.
No problem, Joe.
It's 8:37 in the morning. We'll step aside. We'll come back, and we'll see what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food, coming up next.
Hello, this is Beth Coyle from your local Medicine Shop Pharmacy. If you have a cough or cold, we have the relief. When suffering from a nasty cough or seasonal cold, the next best thing to a hot bowl of soup is a visit to your locally owned Medicine Shop Pharmacy. We'll provide the comfort you are seeking by talking with you about your symptoms and recommending the proper over-the-counter medication to ease your discomfort. Plus, we will fill the cough and cold prescriptions prescribed by your doctor promptly and carefully. The Medicine Shop also provides many services that will help you out, like free delivery in Danville, free weekly medication packaging, and we will work with your insurance company to make sure you receive maximum benefits from your plan. Now, don't you feel better? Stop by today to discover a friendly, knowledgeable pharmacy staff that cares about you and your community. We have fast, friendly service in store. We also have free delivery in Danville, and you can order online at medicineshop.com. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 900 Houstonville Road in Danville. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to noon. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, caring beyond prescription.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? You're on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. We make great gifts too, and you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android phones. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use by email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, you need to call 800-913-7340. That's 800-913-7340. 800-913-7340. Sponsored by Evercore.
At Linux Danville, we work with more than just trucks. From floor mats for your hybrid vehicle, shelving and lights for your work van, and even a hitch for your SUV. At Linux Danville, we work with all types of vehicles. No truck, no problem. Call us today, 59209-4033, or stop by at 935 Stanford Road and see how we can help you.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer. I'm still cutting up. Still cutting up is the place to go when you need to put pep oil in your clothes. Farms, colors, meals, food, trade, highlights, and even up food. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need to head it. Here's our visit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I ride. 24/7, we want to be beat. We find also for food. See ya.
Ken Terry has the right tire at the right price. The tire professionals at Ken Terry will help you find the right tires to fit your vehicle and your budget from their unmatched inventory of brand name tires. Whether you drive a passenger vehicle, sports car, SUV, light truck, whatever it may be, at Ken Terry, they guarantee your new tires will increase ride quality and safety for miles and miles to come. Better automotive and tire service and oil changes right in our neighborhood at Ken Terry Tire and Auto Care. They're on Thoroughbred Drive near Big Lots and Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville.
Hey folks, this is Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. Home of $88 down delivered. Do you have a job taking home $350 a week? Well, if you do, we have over 20 lenders who want to approve you. This 2016 Chevrolet Equinox, or this 2015 Hyundai Sonata, or this 2016 Hyundai Tucson, your choice, $88 down, $199 a month. Come to Cartown Kia or visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
Example, 2016 Chevy Equinox, 2015 Hyundai Sonata, 2015 Hyundai Tucson. Only select in-stock makes and models. With approved credit, $88 down payment, $199 per month, plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees. Subject prior sale while supplies last. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details.
Hi, I'm Brent Blevins, Public Health Director of the Boyle County Health Department with an important message. The American Cancer Society estimates that nearly 3,500 deaths per year in Kentucky can be attributed to lung cancer. Most people are aware that cigarette smoking may contribute to lung cancer, but are unaware of another serious lung cancer threat, radon. In fact, the Environmental Protection Agency states that prolonged exposure to elevated levels of radon gas is the second leading cause of lung cancer. Now, you may be asking yourself a few questions like, what is an elevated level of radon? Where does radon come from? Or how can I tell if radon is in my home? Your Boyle County Health Department stands ready to answer your questions and help determine if your family may be at risk. Simply contact our environmental staff at 859-236-2053. The health of your family depends on it.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, you need to call 800-913-7340. That's 800-913-7340. 800-913-7340. Sponsored by EverQuote.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Oh, it's brought to you by Coel Collision Center in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver, take your vehicle to the experts, Brent and Devin, at Coel Collision Center, Lebanon Road in Danville. All right, you get mostly cloudy, a high today of 40, low tonight 27. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 44. Rain showers tomorrow night into Sunday. It's 8:45 in the morning. Pimmy, what's going on with Pim Pfister-Clark and wedding planning with Pim?
Hi, I'm Pim Pfister-Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Brides and grooms aren't always living in the communities where they grew up. They have a set of friends where they live now and friends and relatives back home. The result is a logistical nightmare of coordinating a long-distance wedding. Either everyone comes to them or they go back to their hometown to get married. Sometimes they pick a place in between. This choice is called the destination wedding. The rise in destination weddings over the past 30 years is a response to the wedding excesses of the 1980s when weddings grew to grandiose affairs. Some couples don't want the big wedding. Others choose to fly off to tie the knot because it's a second marriage and they've already done the big wedding. There are pros and cons of planning a long-distance wedding, and cost could be one of the major advantages. Weddings in rural areas cost less than weddings in metropolitan areas. Say you're living in Chicago now, but you're from Paducah. A wedding in Paducah could cost half that of a Chicago wedding. And while it may be harder to plan your wedding from afar, you'll be saving so much money that it's worth the extra effort. My love note, advanced planning is one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself. A good plan reduces stress, prevents tightness in your back and shoulders, and keeps your stomach knot-free. So don't take a pill, make a plan.
This week at Macy's, get an extra 20% off with your coupon or Macy's card. That's on top of great savings, like 50 to 60% off coats and puffers for him and for her, 40 to 55% off boots and shoes for her, and 20 to 50% off bed and bath refreshes from Charter Club and more. Plus, stock up and save with an amazing 25 to 70% off season end clearance deals. Now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings, 10 to 1 on WHIR.
It's 8:47 in the morning. It is 37 degrees here in Danville. Got a phone call in here. Good morning. You're on the Joe Show.
Good morning, Joe.
Hey, what's going on? It's JB.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's JB doing this morning?
I got good news.
All right. Give us the good news then.
I'll give you you get to hear it first, Joe.
All right, good.
I just got released.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you've had you've had some health scares this week, haven't you?
Oh, they've been very, very nice and polite, and just unbelievable helpful here at Central Baptist Hospital, Richmond.
Good stuff. So you're getting released today then. You're going back home.
Hey, that's exactly what's getting ready to happen.
Awesome stuff. Well, hey, I'm glad you're feeling better, good enough to be released and going home, and glad to hear that. And JB works here at the radio station. We missed him this week, and glad to hear from you, man.
Yeah, tell everybody hello, and I'll be seeing them soon. Now, I'm not going to be allowed to drive for a while.
Okay, we'll have Radio Rick come and pick you up, okay?
Hey, that'll work.
That'll work. Yeah, well, Rick can chauffeur you around, all right? We'll have Rick come and be your personal driver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So. I'll use Uber.
Okay, yes, yeah. There you go. We love it. Well, Jerry, appreciate you calling in, and glad you're feeling better and letting our listeners know and letting me know, and we'll see you later, okay?
All right, thanks, Joe.
All right, JB, talk to you later. Bye.
See you, buddy.
Mm-hmm. That's JB. Yeah, he works here at the radio station. He had a little bit of a health scare earlier this week and just calling in to let us know, hey, he's doing okay. Appreciate him doing that. It's 8:49 in the morning. We got Grub Gab. We've got the world of food. It's coming your way right now on the Joe Show. Ladies and gentlemen. Starting off at McDonald's, where select McDonald's locations across the country are serving up some breakfast value with the launch of the new 2 McGriddles for $3.50 for a limited time. The deal includes the brand's popular sausage and chicken McGriddles, and as a part of it, you can pick one of each or two of the same with a special price of $3.50. The sausage McGriddles sandwich features 2 soft, warm, sweet maple-flavored griddle cakes, sandwiching a savory sizzle and hot sausage. The chicken McGriddle, a savory, crispy chicken patty sandwiched between 2 soft, warm McGriddle cakes brushed with real butter. You can find the 2 McGriddles for $3.50 at select McDonald's locations. Hey, Outback adds a trio of new items to the menu with the arrival of the new Tasmanian chili, and the new over-the-top Brussels sprouts, and new colossal tots. I appreciate the effort by Outback, but there's no way that I go to a restaurant to order Brussels sprouts. I just don't do that. I don't care how over-the-top you make these things. The fact of the matter is it still says Brussels sprouts. And it's not that I mind them, but that's not why I go out to eat. I don't go out to eat to get Brussels sprouts. First introduced at select locations back in 2021, the Tasmanian chili sounds good. It's got the brand's chef win several chili competitions across Texas. That's how good this thing is. No beans, features juicy, tender steak bites paired with just the right amount of spice to put your taste buds in check. I'm interested to know about these over-the-top Brussels sprouts. Freshly made side that features roasted Brussels sprouts topped with bacon, Fresno chili, and parsley, and finished with a drizzle of lemon aioli. All of that sounds like it would be a lot better on top of French fries, except maybe the lemon aioli. And the new colossal tots feature large tater tots stuffed with cheese, plus bacon and jalapeno served with a side of the chain's signature Bloomin' Blonde beer cheese sauce for dipping. So there you go, a couple of new sides of the Outback Steakhouse, or new, actually, appetizers. And fans of the Ben & Jerry Oatmeal Chunk have reason to rejoice. The Vermont-based ice creamery is unleashing a sinister pint, or sister pint, we should say, Oatmeal Dream Pie. The combo features oatmeal cream pie, non-dairy frozen dessert brimming with gluten-free oatmeal cookies and marshmallow swirls. It's joining retailers nationwide soon, so it's gluten-free, it is dairy-free, but yet it's still ice cream. Check it out today. Ben & Jerry's non-dairy, non-gluten, non-fun oatmeal dream pie ice cream. New appetizers at Outback, and McDonald's releasing a couple of new McGriddle deals. That's what's going on in Grub Gab. The world of food, just eat it. It's 8:52 in the morning. Sports coming your way. In the 9 o'clock hour, we also have Patrick McClure and Bailey on here at 9:35. But we'll step aside, come back, and see what's gone on this day, January 20th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Coming up next.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they are offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of Famous Crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot Homestyle Buttermilk Biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Hey folks, this is Duke Owens, General Manager here at Cartown Kia. Home of $88 down delivered. You have a job taking home $350 a week? Well, if you do, we have over 20 lenders who want to approve you. This 2016 Chevrolet Equinox, or this 2015 Hyundai Sonata, or this 2016 Hyundai Tucson, your choice, $88 down, $199 a month. Come to Cartown Kia or visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
Example, 2016 Chevy Equinox, 2015 Hyundai Sonata, 2015 Hyundai Tucson. Only select in-stock makes and models. With approved credit, $88 down payment, $199 per month, plus tax, title, license, stock, and acquisition fees. Subject to higher sale. All supplies last. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details.
They done did it again. Gave a great deal and made a new friend. Where's this, you say? Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way. With first-class service and a spin of the wheel. For some extra gifts after your new car deal, check out the inventory at ChryslerofLawrenceburg.com and head on down to US 127 to the new Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg. Today is your deal of the day, and Withers Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Lawrenceburg is the way.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
While you're enjoying your Candleberry candle that you found at Papa's Quick Stop and the weather is cold, what tastes better than a hot bowl of chili or soup, beans, and cornbread made like Mama does? Papa's Quick Stop has all your needs and daily lunch specials. Fried chicken with the bone, Hunt's Brother Pizza, ribs, and do I need to go on with more delicious, affordable food and snacks? And most of all, great breakfast sandwiches. Hey, Papa, can you stop at the Quick Stop in Danville across from the fairgrounds, formerly known as Hill of Beans, now offering catered group meals to go.
Hi, this is Jenny, local owner of the Danville Nutrition Center, and we are making room for new products by clearancing out overstocked items. Save 20 to 40% off on select vitamins, herbs, and health and beauty products. We currently have hundreds of sale items, but it's while supplies last. So stop by the Nutrition Center soon to save. We are conveniently located at 802 South 4th Street, Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
You're looking for treatment, if you're looking for help out there and you're a woman, you can't do it by yourself. They will welcome you in with open arms and open hands right where you're at.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at 315 Delahaye Street. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299, 236-2299. That's Danville Auto Body Shop. You get some cloudy skies today, a high of 40, a low tonight of 27. Sunshine tomorrow, high of 44. On Sunday, rain showers, a high of 43. Right now, it is 8:56 in the morning, and we are looking at 37 degrees right here in Danville. Let's take a look at what's gone on this day, January the 20th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Starting off all the way back on this date in 52. I was going to say 43. I was nowhere near. 1952, where Paul Stanley was born. Do you know the name Paul Stanley? He was a guitarist for this group. He was the one that put the star over his eye, and yes, he was doing a star style. Rock and roll. 26 weeks in the charts. In the 1987 number 4 single, Crazy Crazy Nights, Kiss has been awarded 24 gold albums to date, the most of any American rock band. 40 million albums they've sold. Paul Stanley on this date, 1952, was born. He's 71. Come on now, sing it. He was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1968. This group, they were a one-hit wonder, no doubt about it, but they were a two-weeker at number 1, starting on this date in 1968 with this song. John Fred and the Playboy Band. Two-weeker at number 1, starting on this date, 1968. Judy in Disguise with Glasses. The song inspired by Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. It was on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Speaking of Lucy in the Sky, on this date, 1988, the greatest rock and roll group of all time was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. George Harrison, Ringo Starr, Yoko, Sean, and Julian Lennon all attended the ceremony. Paul McCartney did not, sending instead a letter stating that continuing business differences with the other ex-Beatles was the reason for his absence. On this date, 1988, the Beatles inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Beatles, John Fred and the Playboy Band, and Paul Stanley have all made their mark on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B.
Here's what's new in Parthenon. We have homemade chicken noodle soup, shrimp scampi, and Greek chicken saute. We have the new rib special. It comes with a rack of baby back ribs, coleslaw, French fries, and a side salad. All that for just $19.95. All these things are available every day. And on Wednesdays, we have free baklava with every entree and every large salad. This is Jimmy. Come out and see us at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville in the Greenleaf Shopping Center on Lexington Road. We're open 11 to 9 Monday through Saturday.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky IMAX.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The annual March for Life in Washington today will start out on the familiar route along Constitution Avenue to Capitol Hill, but then the route will change. Abortion protesters will turn to walk past the U.S. Capitol instead of going straight to the Supreme Court. Today's march will be the first since Court overturned the 1973 Roe v. Wade ruling that made abortion legal in all 50 states. Melissa Parra is on the Mall in Washington.
If we overturn Roe, they said abortions are still happening, and so is their march, because their whole objective is to end abortions.
President Biden hosts a bipartisan group of mayors at the White House today, and the migrant crisis at the southern border is sure to be high on the agenda. Earlier this week, the U.S. Conference of Mayors winter meeting in Washington, New York City Mayor Eric Adams called the migrant surge a national problem that requires a 50-state strategy. At least one person is hospitalized, and the suspect is dead after a shooting Thursday night at a Walmart in southern Indiana. Sergeant Anna Gray of the Evansville Police Department says an armed person opened fire on officers as soon as they entered the store.
At this time, we don't know if he shot, how many other people he shot at, as far as any other people inside the store. Still trying to gather that information. Obviously, there's going to be multiple witnesses that we have to talk to. But he certainly did fire multiple shots at officers.
It happened just before 10 p.m. in Evansville. Officers fired back and killed the suspect. At least one person who was shot before police arrived was taken to the hospital. Singer-songwriter David Crosby has died. Crosby was a founding member of the influential 60s band The Byrds and Crosby, Stills and Nash, which later became Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. His wife said in a statement that he died surrounded by family after battling a long illness. His bandmate Graham Nash said Crosby leaves behind an incredible legacy. David Crosby was 81. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
As a nurse in an emergency department, no one knows better than me that car crashes happen. But what I don't understand are injuries and deaths that are 100% preventable, like the injuries caused by folks who won't buckle up their seatbelts, or crashes caused by those who won't stop listening with their phones. So please, be safe, Kentucky. Buckle up and put the phone down.
Paid with funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Kentucky Department for Community-Based Services is hiring. DCBS invites you to be part of an inclusive team of caring professionals that help all Kentucky families through a rewarding career in family support or social services. They have job openings in their county offices across the state and offer great benefits like hybrid work schedule, competitive salary, paid holidays, and many opportunities for training and promotions, plus state employee discounts. Go online to chfs.ky.gov and enter DCBS jobs in the search field. It's a new day at DCBS. Join them, an equal opportunity employer MFT.
Colorado police are investigating whether rat poison was inside a man's Taco Bell meal. Brian Shook reports.
The Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office says the man got into an argument with an employee over a broken soda machine at an Aurora location on Sunday. After eating the extra burrito he was given, he became violently ill and was admitted to a hospital. Staff suspect there may have been a foreign substance in the burrito. Investigators are looking at video footage from the restaurant and hope to do testing on any leftover food found at the man's home.
Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley is accusing former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo of lies and gossip in his new book, Her Words. Pompeo's memoir, Never Give an Inch, Fighting for the America I Love, comes out next week and includes stories about his time in the Trump administration. In the book, Pompeo reportedly alleges that Haley plotted with Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner to make her vice president. On Fox News Thursday, Haley called the accusation lies and gossip to sell a book. Haley and Pompeo are both considered potential GOP candidates in the 2024 presidential election. The first all-electric Tesla semi-trucks are being revealed. Trey Thomas with details.
A Frito-Lay plant in California revealed the new trucks on Wednesday. It's part of a more than $30 million environmental project at the plant that was started more than 3 years ago. Officials say the 6 semis rolled into the Modesto plant last month.
When the pimp from your crib, Mom, drop it like it's hot. Celebrities Snoop Dogg and Pete Davidson have been named captains of the 2023 Pro Bowl. People says Snoop Dogg will be the AFC captain with Coach Peyton Manning, while Davidson will lead the NFC team with Coach Eli Manning. The Pro Bowl games will air 1 week before the Super Bowl and will feature NFL players competing in skills challenges like precision passing and the gridiron conflict. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
In the 70s, Newsweek and these climate alarmists were telling us that an ice age was coming. That evolved into global warming. And when that didn't occur, it just became a general climate change issue. New York Times said the most likely rate of rise, some experts say, most of the beaches on the east coast of the U.S. will be gone in 25 years by 2023, in case anybody wants to know. In 2006, Time magazine claimed that the Earth was at a tipping point. We all should be very worried. This crap has been shoved down our throats. Our kids have been indoctrinated and lied to. The Green New Deal has nothing to do with anything green. It has everything to do with the radical socialism, and they're all lying to us.
The Sean Hannity Show from coast to coast later today.
My friend had his home stolen. The crime is home title theft. It's real. It's horrendous, but it's real, and it's everywhere. And luckily, this was just a demo, but I saw how criminals all around the world target American homeowners, and that's why I protect my home with Home Title Lock, and you need to as well. And a thief can simply forge your signature on a legal document claiming you sold your home to them. Homeowners insurance and common identity theft programs do not protect you, but Home Title Lock does. So protect yourself. Just go to their website. It's HometitleLock.com/Sean, SCAN. Verify your home's title is still safely in your name.
Then just register your address for a free, no-obligation home title report for your files. That is a $100 value, absolutely free. That's HometitleLock.com/Sean, HometitleLock.com/Sean, SEAN.
Farmers National Bank invites you to flash your school spirit by offering you debit cards created especially for your school, including Boyle County High School, Bergen Independent School, Center College, Danville High School, Danville Christian Academy, Garrett County High School, Kentucky School for the Deaf, Lincoln County High School, and Mercer County High School. Flash your school spirit with Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. Certain restrictions may apply. See your Farmers National Bank representative for complete details. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager of Stuart Powell Ford, Lincoln, and Mazda, 225 South Danville Bypass here in Danville. And for the first time in 3 years, we have new Fords on our lot ready to go home with you. Please stop by and see our selection. We are offering these at invoice pricing or shop online at stuartpowell.com.
Make your people happy because we know how. It's an easy thing to do in Danville. Stuart Powell. Ford, Lincoln, Mazda.
Good morning to you. Friday, the 20th day of January. And we're looking at cloudy skies today. Going to be seeing that all day long. 39 is your high. Forecast is coming up. News is first.
This is the Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Heart of Kentucky United Way has welcomed Stephanie Blevins back as its executive director. Blevins had served as the executive director there for 12 years, but left in October to take a job as the Danville Schools' new finance and HR director. However, yesterday, the Heart of Kentucky announced that Blevins had once again returned to lead the organization as executive director. The Heart of Kentucky United Way serves Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer counties. An investigation by multiple agencies helped net drugs. It happened last week when Perryville Police, along with probation and parole, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, and Harrisburg Police seized around 35 ounces of synthetic drugs and a cylinder containing heroin. They say that seizure was a part of an investigation conducted by Perryville Police. The investigation continues and more charges could be pending. It's expected to be a first on Saturday. Boyle County High School boys basketball will be tossing aside the black and gold jerseys to wear green. On Saturday, Boyle County High School will honor the old Forkland High School, whose mascot was the Green Wave. For that game, Boyle County will wear green Forkland Green Wave jerseys. What's thought to be the first time that Boyle County High School has ever worn green jerseys. The game tips off at 7:30. The city of Bergen will get more than $560,000 from the federal government to help with flooding in the city. Bergen Mayor Joe Monroe announced last week that the city had gotten $562,000 to help with the flooding on Water Street. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that the hope was that Bergen would get $750,000 for the project that would install two 30-inch pipes under the city, as well as pumps to control floodwaters. The project is expected to cost more than $1 million. Monroe reminded the city that it could take up to a year to get that federal funding in. The Harrisburg-Mercer County Planning and Zoning Commission will hold a public hearing next month on a text amendment that would allow property owners to apply to be included in the Harrisburg Historic District. The Harrisburg Herald's reporting that Harrisburg had already applied to the Kentucky Heritage Council for this, which would allow property owners of a standalone structure to apply to become a part of the historic district. Harrisburg Historic Preservation Board's Joni House said if the text amendment is approved, Harrisburg would regain its status as a certified local government and a chance to apply for national trust grants. I'm Joe Mathis.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
It's Chastity at ADA Heating and Air. Contacting us just got easier. Check us out online at adaheatingandair.com to get information on services and products we offer, schedule service, set up an estimate. You can even fill out a credit application for financing and let us know how we did with our satisfaction survey. Call us at 859-519-6382.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
At Linux of Danville, we install all things hitch and towing related, from a gooseneck to a fifth wheel and even a classic receiver hitch. We also install wiring you need for your new hitch. Quality products made in America. Call us at 859-209-4033 or stop by 935 Stanford Road. Linux of Danville, we make tough look good.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school basketball tonight, the crosstown rivalry. Danville is at Boyle County. The girls' game tips off at 6 o'clock. The boys' game will follow in tonight's girl-boy doubleheader, and we'll have those games on 103.9 FM WHIR. Garrett County taking on Marion County. That game being played at CU Harrodsburg. 7:30 tip-off for that one. In boys' action on Z105, and all games streamed live online at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our good friends that are hanging out over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. That's ADA Heating and Air. Mostly cloudy, a high today of 39, a low tonight of 27. Tomorrow, Saturday, sunshine, a high of 44. Sunday, rain showers moving in the area, and a high Sunday of 43. Right now, it's 9:12 in the morning, 37 degrees right here in Danville. 238 WHIR, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio this morning. Let's see what's gone on this date, January 20th. That's made this date. A date to remember, starting off on this date back in 1937, where President Franklin Delano Roosevelt became the first U.S. president to be inaugurated on January the 20th. The 20th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution officially set the date for the swearing in of the president and vice president as January 20th. It was on that same date, 8 years later, in 1945, FDR was sworn in for an unprecedented and never to be repeated fourth term as president on this date, 1937, and on this date, 1945. It was on this date in 1981, Iran released 52 hostages that were held for 444 days. They were Americans. The hostages were flown to Algeria and then to a U.S. base in West Germany. The release occurred minutes after Ronald Reagan was sworn in as the 40th president of the United States. It was on this date, 1985. The most watched Super Bowl game in history was seen by an estimated 115.9 million people. In the game, the San Francisco 49ers beat the Miami Dolphins 38-16 in Super Bowl 19. It marked the first time that TV commercials sold for $1 million a minute in Super Bowl history. Now it's like $5 million for 30 seconds, right? Something ridiculous like that. Was on this date in 1989, George Bush was sworn in as the 41st president of the United States. On this date, 1989. It was on this date in 1993, President Bill Clinton played his saxophone at 5 of the 12 inaugural balls that he and his wife Hillary attended. On this date, 1993, here's a real clip of him playing the saxophone. Slick Willie, it was on this date, 1998, on the WB Network. A TV show named Dawson's Creek debuted on this date, 1998. Early 2000s TV show right there, Dawson's Creek. Remember people talking about that and Jenny Rogers and Bate, people talking about watching Dawson's Creek. It was on this date, 10 years later in 2008, one of the great dramas in the history of television debuted. On this date in 2008, a show starring Bryan Cranston as Walter White and Aaron Paul as Jesse Pinkman, a show called Breaking Bad. Yeah, on this day, 2008, Breaking Bad debuted. It was on this day, 2009, the United States welcomed its first African-American president as Barack Obama was inaugurated as president on this date 14 years ago. It was on this date in 2017. President Donald Trump inaugurated as the 45th president of the United States of America, with Mike Pence as the 48th vice president. Here's a clip of President Trump's inaugural address. And it was on this date 2 years ago, 2021, Joe Biden was inaugurated as the 46th president of the United States. Kamala Harris as the 49th vice president, the first female, black, or South Asian vice president. Amanda Gorman recited the hill we climb. On his first day in office, Biden signed a number of executive orders, including rejoining the World Health Organization, the Paris Climate Agreement, revoking the Keystone XL pipeline, and mandating masks on federal properties. Here's Joe Biden, a clip of his inaugural address. And that's what's gone on this date, January the 20th. That's made this date a date to remember. It's 9/17. Gary Fogle. I think this week of Gary Fogle's segment has been my favorite week he's ever done. And talking about Tom Leach, we hear Tom Leach call all the UK football and basketball games. We'll hear him again tomorrow as Kentucky takes on Texas A&M tomorrow. We'll have that game on Z105. I believe that's a 2 o'clock tip-off, a 12:30 pregame for that one. And talking with Tom Leach, the voice of the Wildcats, a Kentucky boy who got to start calling high school football on the radio. And Gary Fogle has Kentucky sports memories.
Hello, I'm Gary Fogle. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories. UK radio broadcaster Tom Leach has a signature call he's known for. How did that come about? We'll talk about that today.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's. We have all the fun.
Over the years, many sports broadcasters have developed terms or phrases they're known for, and Tom Leach is no different. He is the radio play-by-play voice for UK football and men's basketball, and we talked about what he's known for.
Your signature call in football, at least, is touchdown Kentucky. Did you sit around and think about that, like, oh, I got to come up with a signature call, or did it just happen, or how did that come about?
Touchdowns are probably like home run calls for baseball announcers. And so when I started, I didn't have any predetermined idea. I don't know what the first 2 or 3 games sounded like in terms of what exactly I did. I know Jim Host, who was in charge of the network at that time, hired me. He said, you need to be good to have something for touchdowns. And everything I tried to think of sounded like you were trying to think of something. And it sounded, not original or just organic. And so I was just thinking about it and hoping something would kind of present itself. And then it was up at Indiana. Kentucky beat Indiana 49-7. Tim threw 7 touchdown passes that day.
Tim Couch.
And Tim Couch. And so, 7 times to do it. And at some point, I think that day, I kind of hit with just touchdown Kentucky, which is simple, but just with a lot of, my style has been to be more, excited. But anyway, putting more emotion into kind of a simple phrase was what felt right and not planned or contrived. And then fortunate enough that, with Tim and Craig East and Anthony White and all those guys, they were scoring a lot of touchdowns. So it got test driven a lot. And so it seemed to connect. And so it has lived on.
He just wrapped up his 26th year of doing UK football. He's in his 22nd season of UK basketball. That's it. Have a great weekend. Gary Fogle, Kentucky Sports Memories.
Thank you there, Gary. Gary Fogle and Kentucky Sports Memories, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time. It's 9:21 in the morning here on The Joe Show, and 238 WHIR is the phone number. I'm trying to see if I can get Tom Leach's call of the one that I remember the most. And this is Kentucky versus Louisville in 2007, where Stevie Johnson caught the game-winning touchdown over Louisville with about 30 seconds left in that game. Let me see if this is the Tom Leach call. I think it is. He got loose against Louisville back in 2007. That's the Tom Leach call that I remember the most. That one and the Kentucky versus LSU call from that same season, 2007, when Kentucky beat LSU, then number 1 ranked in the nation. It's 9:22 in the morning. We'll step aside, come back, and see what's going on in nerd news. The world of science is right around the corner.
New GMCs cost less at Bob Allen GMC. Lease a new 23 GMC Terrain all-wheel drive for only $269 a month for 24 months. For all current leasees, $33.39 plus tax fees and first payment due at signing, 10,000 miles per year. Stock C23096. Bob Allen GMC on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at boballenmotormall.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pam Fitzgerald Clark with Wedding Planning with Pam, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Injury, illness, COVID, substance use, or mental health concerns. There are many reasons Kentuckians leave their jobs. Retain Kentucky can help. Visit kyretain.org or call 859-562-3251 to learn about services, resources, and research to help Kentucky workers stay at work or return to work. Retain Kentucky is funded under a grant award by the U.S. Department of Labor and the Social Security Administration. Visit kyretain.org.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
All right, it's 9:25 in the morning. It's interesting. A video of a McDonald's drive-through customer. This is ridiculous. So a drive-through customer driving through a McDonald's. I don't know where. It's not here in Danville, but they had a pet miniature horse in their backseat. So imagine like you're a drive-through worker, right? Yeah, pull around, sir. Your total is $7.31 or whatever. And they pull around and he hands you a debit card and you look in the back and there's a miniature horse in his backseat. That is exactly what happened. But that's causing McDonald's to say, you know what? People bring their pets around. So why don't we have a value menu for animals? Like, for example, the horse value menu for people who lug their horses around to the drive-through. Here it is. There you go. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of science. Testing out the brain, see if it's working this morning for you. What's going on in the world of science? Starting out with number one, Boston Dynamics made a new video to show how their humanoid robots can be useful on the job. It shows one of them scaling some scaffolding to toss a construction worker his tools. Then it does a gymnastic-style dismount just because it wants to. Okay, number two, scientists in France figured out how to redirect lighting using giant lasers. So the goal is to prevent from hitting buildings and power stations and redirect it to spots where it won't cause any damage. Number three, dinosaurs might have been terrible parents. Scientists found 250 fossilized eggs in India laid by different females, all titanosaurs, the biggest dinosaurs of all. I've never heard of titanosaur before. Their nests were really close together, so there's no way they could have come back without crushing some of the eggs. That means once they laid them, they never returned, and the babies had to fend for themselves, which makes scientists believe dinosaurs were terrible parents. Number four, a study found exercise can make you better at video games. Around 75 gamers started exercising for 4 months. By the end, they were 10% more alert while gaming, 9% better at problem solving. Number five, a DNA study found that marrying your cousin wasn't just allowed in ancient Greece, it was actually encouraged. They wanted you to marry your cousin. Number six, in food news, a study in England found the mouthfeel of chocolate is one of the main reasons why we love it so much. We talked about this earlier this week, but the fat inside chocolate, the way it interacts with your saliva pretty much makes it taste better and makes it feel good when you eat chocolate. And number seven, in health news, a study found most of the prescription drugs advertised on TV aren't very good. Most are considered low benefit and less than a third of the first thing a doctor would prescribe you. And that's what's going on in this morning's World of Science. We're 60 seconds away from bottom hour news, and McLaurin Bailey and Brian Bailey will be on the air with us.
Lee's famous recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they're offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice, along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The starting salary for youth workers in Kentucky's detention centers has been raised to $50,000 annually, and they'll be reclassified as correctional officers. Governor Andy Beshear on other changes coming from Kentucky's Department of Juvenile Justice.
For the first time in Kentucky, we're making defensive equipment available to DJJ's youth workers who before now have had no equipment with which to defend themselves or to defend youths when attacked.
The governor says there are plans to construct up to 2 new juvenile justice facilities in the state as well. The governor making those announcements, speaking at his weekly Team Kentucky update in Frankfort yesterday. A woman found dead in the back of a suspect's car following a southeastern Kentucky police chase has been identified.
54-year-old David Reed of Florida was arrested following a multi-county police chase that ended in Laurel County. During his arrest, police found a woman's body in a tote bag in his back seat. Kentucky State Police have identified the victim as 53-year-old Rachel Carter of West Virginia. Reed reportedly admitted to fighting with Carter in a hotel room, but did not specify where. He's charged with murder, domestic violence, tampering with physical evidence, abuse of a corpse, fleeing or evading police, criminal mischief, and more. I'm Haley Hansen.
The Department of Alcoholic Beverage Controls as agents raided the Lexington and Louisville locations of Justin's House of Bourbon after receiving complaints that allege the retail outlet had improperly acquires, possessed, transported, or sold bourbon. In a statement, the ABC says under state law, agents can inspect any licensed operation without a warrant and confiscate any contraband items. The agents took numerous bottles and other items of evidence. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. That's true when your business is growing fast, and even more true when there's a lot of uncertainty. Inflation is running rampant, supply chains are clogged, and the labor market is tight. What does that mean for margins? Not every business is in the dark. Over 30,000 businesses know their numbers because they use NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of your financials, planning, budgeting, and of course inventory, so you can manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve margins. Everything you need, all in one place. In 2023, profit is the new growth. NetSuite helps you identify rising costs, automate your manual business process, and see where to save money. Know your numbers, know your business, and get to know how NetSuite can be the source of truth for your entire company. Right now, NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program. Head to netsuite.com/advantage right now. netsuite.com/advantage. netsuite.com/advantage.
While you're enjoying your Candleberry candle that you found at Papa's Quick Stop and the weather is cold, what tastes better than a hot bowl of chili or soup beans and cornbread made like Mama does? Papa's Quick Stop has all your needs and daily lunch specials. Try cooking with the bone, brother pizza, ribs, and do I need to go on with more delicious portable food and snacks? And most of all, great breakfast sandwiches. Hey, Papa, can you stop at the Quick Stop in Danville across from the fairgrounds, formerly known as Hill of Beans, now offering catered group meals to go.
Hi, Clifford Urban again. The youth are indeed our future. We're proud to support our young people in sports, school, church, and other activities. Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers, we understand the importance of a home buying or selling decision. We greatly appreciate and support those who make this community our home as well. No one sells it better. Urban Group, supporting the Golden Lions in your community for over 50 years.
Big changes are coming to the HVAC industry.
The minimum efficiency rating of equipment is increasing nationwide.
If your HVAC system is more than 8 years old, or if you would like a quote on upgrading your current system, call ADA Heating and Air.
Upgrading to a new, more efficient system now will save you money immediately on your utility bills and may qualify you for tax credits in 2023.
Call ADA Heating and Air for a free estimate.
Hey folks, it's Duke Owens, General Manager here at Northtown Kia. It's a new year and time for a new ride. Start your year right with savings on the new Kia.
Like the 2023 Kia Forte. It's for just $249 down and $249 per month. Plus, if you make over $350 a week, we have 20 lenders that want to approve you.
Come see us here at Cartown Kia and look us up at CartownKiaUSA.com.
2023 Kia Forte. $249 down, $249 per month. $31.60 due at signing, 36 month lease, 10,000 miles per year. Plus tax title license, stock, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. In private healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With private healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready. And health insurance is your financial safety net. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, you need to call 800-913-7340. That's 800-913-7340. 800-913-7340. Sponsored by Everquote.
Danville Physical Therapy off the bypass next to 84 Lombard will help you if you're having problems with your back and your neck, headaches, industrial work injuries, sports injuries. You need rehab, individual rehab, and skilled hands-on care with Danville Physical Therapy. Repetitive strain disorder, post-operative rehab of extremities in the spine, arthritis. Oh, it hurts. Head to Danville Physical Therapy, 474 Whirlaway Drive. The new owner and director, Samantha Ashford, has extended hours and now accepts all insurances.
Oh, it's Rod Hatfield Chevrolet, and they had me
driving in my car, going very far, down the street in my car.
If you want to ride, go to RodHatfieldChevy.com. Rod Hatfield Chevrolet, Lexington, Kentucky.
Pick 4 for just $6 at Hardee's. Mix or match Any four. Choose from a small ham and cheese, small cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, small fry, small drink, apple turnover, or cookies. Any combination of four you want, just $6. Parties of Junction City, eat like you mean it.
Tell her you love her with a diamond from B&L Diamond Jewelers this Valentine's. Make this Valentine's special. Make her stop and think of the love you both share. Nothing allows you to celebrate special moments in life like a diamond from B&L Diamond Jewelers. Diamonds are the only gift in the whole world that will never fade away with time. They will not rust, and they do not require any special care to maintain its brilliant beauty. Diamonds are forever. She will always remember where she was and what the occasion was. When you gave her that special diamond, that tells her, baby, I love you. And 30 years from now, she will remember that moment when you gave her that diamond. No other gift can keep giving like a diamond for years to come. If you need a new wedding set, upgrade your diamond, engagement ring, diamond earrings, and pendant, or some beautiful fashion jewelry with the quality that can be passed down from generations, we have it. As always, we offer 12 months same as cash and free 6 months layaway. This is Lauren. So come on in to B&L Diamond Jewelers and let this Valentine's be the occasion that will create the memories that will last forever. Located in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our good friends. They're over at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family is certified something to tastify their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. A great steak is truly just the beginning. Near cloudy skies on this Friday afternoon, morning and afternoon. High today of 39, low tonight 27. Tomorrow you get sunshine, 44, chance of rain showers tomorrow night into Sunday, and a high of 43. Right now it is 9:38 in the morning, and Brian Bailey is in studio with us for the McClure and Bailey Friday.
Following is a paid program.
Yes, it is. Thank you for that, Jim. What's going on with Brian this morning?
Doing well this morning, Joe. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great. Always glad to have you all in the studio, and it's a good way to end the work week. And I mentioned this multiple times, but this is one of my mom's favorite segments. So you've got one fan.
Well, I'm glad to hear
my
that.
mom. She likes listening to this segment. You all in Stiff Funeral Home are two favorite segments.
I got to tell you, I love Stiff. I love Robert and Mary, and we, I think they're just phenomenal people.
Yeah.
I think I may have told you this before, but we did my daddy's funeral, and I couldn't think of better folks to just deal with families that are dealing with those kinds of tragedies.
Yeah. So, well, glad to have you in studio today, and there's some questions that have been on my mind this week, and I've been saving them for Friday because they're questions about court and lawsuits and judgments and legal terms that I have no idea what they mean. And so I figure if I have no idea, not that I'm smarter than most listeners. In fact, I'm probably dumber than most listeners. But I feel like if I have the question, there are probably multiple other people that also have the same question.
Probably
so.
Probably, in the, I find that a good majority of my time is actually educating my clients as to the process.
Yes. So here we go. So let's go to Casey County for this story. And we don't have to go much into the lawsuit itself, but just to kind of give you a background, there's a teacher in Casey County. She was a former special education teacher who had a child in 2020.
Okay.
And so she needed a certain amount of time a day to pump breast milk, to use her breast pump, to be able to get milk for her baby.
Okay.
And apparently she ends up getting fired. Now, she claims she got fired because she was pumping breast milk, and that the administration there retaliated against her for spending too much time pumping her breast milk, and that some administrators thought that was inappropriate to do. And she talks about how, she got it cleared for a certain amount of time, and they try to come back and say, no, not that much time. You have 20 minutes to do it. That's how much your planning period is. If you want to do it during your 20-minute period, that's fine. Okay, that's her side. The administration side is that they fired her because she just wasn't very good at her job. So that's the two sides. Now, with that said, again, we don't have to go much into the lawsuit itself, but just to give you a background. With that said, both the district of Casey County Schools and the plaintiff have both filed for summary judgments in this federal lawsuit.
Okay.
So my question is, what in the world is a summary judgment? Who does that benefit? What does that do? Is this something they do early on in the case? Is this something that's later? So what is a summary judgment?
Well, that is actually a very important part of the practice of law, to be candid, and one that gets glossed over quite a bit. A summary judgment is designed to stop lawsuits from going forward that when the outcome is obvious.
Okay.
So let me put it this way. I'll tell you a story here in a minute about some judgment that I got a few years ago.
Okay.
But long story short, it's, when you get to the end of usually the discovery period, meaning both sides have done their interrogatories, they've done their depositions, it's pretty much determined on the evidence that they're going to use to present a trial. The smart thing to do, if you feel like no matter what the other side does, their evidence is not going to overcome my evidence,
Okay.
you file a motion for summary judgment.
So in this case, both sides believe they've got this in the bag.
Maybe.
Okay. Or at least they feel strongly enough to think that the other side's evidence isn't better than theirs.
And that's probably closer to the fact.
So they're both pretty confident, though, in their side.
Right. And really, it comes down to there's a couple of cases that are seminal in Kentucky. One is the Scansteel case. One is it's escaping me. It's escaping the name of it's escaping me. But basically, what happens is the judge is supposed to look at the motion that has been filed,
okay,
and say, and giving the benefit of the doubt to the non-moving party.
What does that mean? What's non-moving party mean?
It means the party that didn't file the motion. Really, it's what it comes.
So then it would be the district at this point because she is suing the district.
Well, in this case, it's a little different because you've got both parties that filed for summary judgment. But in some of the cases I filed before, I would be the moving party because I filed for summary judgment.
Okay.
And so the judge is supposed to give the benefit of the doubt to the other side that didn't file.
Okay.
And my argument generally would be that, listen, no matter what they say at trial, no matter what they do, there are no questions of material fact, which gets, there's all these terms that us lawyers do. The question of material fact basically means, is there a question that needs to be answered that will decide the outcome of this case?
Mm.
And so I would assume from the teacher's side, she's saying, or her attorneys are saying, listen, there's no question that she got fired
because of this reason.
Because of this reason, which is a violation of her, statutory and constitutional rights.
Yeah.
So no matter what the district presents at trial, the outcome is obvious. The district is probably saying, listen, it's obvious that there's no question that the reason we fired her was because she was a really bad teacher. And all of this stuff about breastfeeding is just a smokescreen to try to make it difficult for us to win or to confuse the jury. And so that's, I would assume, without having looked at the pleadings, that's probably the gist of both of those arguments.
So what's going to happen then when the judge comes back with a summary judgment? Are you going to say is this the end of it when he comes back with it?
No, this is a federal case?
Yes, it says federal lawsuit, yeah.
Federal judges
it's by the way, it was filed in the U.S. District Court, Western District, that's in Bowling Green.
Casey County is in the Western District, the federal Western District. Unless it is really, and really it is for open and shut cases. The case law in Kentucky is also very clear that we don't want to ever stop somebody from having their day in court. Mm-hmm. So if there's any question that, I mean, it really has to be a cut and dried case. So for example, let me think of here's the one I had.
Okay.
And this was state court, but it is a little bit different. It was a custody case years and years ago. Quite simply, there was no doubt that nothing had changed since the judge had issued the custody order, and so no matter what they said, no matter what they did, custody wasn't going to change. And so my response to the judge was, no matter what they say or do, this is what the case law says. This is what the case law says they have to have done for there to be a change in the custody order. And all of these things have to be met.
And the person wasn't meeting them.
And they weren't meeting them.
Okay.
And the judge was like, yeah, it's pretty clear. Yeah. There is a similar thing, and really, you could call it the anatomy of a lawsuit. It's interesting that lawsuits have multiple parts to it, and really, even getting up to and through a verdict doesn't even get you halfway through a lawsuit a lot of the times. There are multiple parts.
Yeah. So we, as outside of the law, the courthouse and the law degrees, we as just normal people would think the verdict ends it. It's all over.
Yeah, the verdict is you're about a third of the way through.
Okay.
And I tell folks this all the time. I've got some construction cases going on right now where, and some of them I'm representing the contractor, and some of them I'm representing the homeowner. And the ones with either way, on either side, I'm like, listen, there's a difference between getting the judgment and actually collecting on the judgment. Getting the judgment just gets
just one
started.
part.
And then, so you have all different types of things, but I kind of went down a rabbit hole there. But a summary judgment motion is designed to stop a lawsuit from going forward when the outcome is obvious to everyone.
So the judge doesn't have to grant one, does he?
No, and most of the time they don't grant.
Okay, because it says as of January the 11th, Judge Brent Brennenstole, you know Judge Brennenstole?
I do not. I've never been in front of
had neither granted nor denied either of the motions for summary judgment. So
the majority of the time, they don't get granted.
So if it's not granted, what happens?
You continue on to a trial or finishing up discovery. And I tell folks this a lot. The majority of the time they don't get granted because judges don't want to ever. It has to be really obvious.
Yes, I mean, like you said, everyone can have their day in court, and a judge doesn't want to, quote unquote, take that away from someone if they feel like you can go to court and they can have a jury, not a jury trial necessarily, but a trial there, so that it's as fair as possible, I guess.
It is, and
so, but in your case, it was granted.
In my case, it was granted.
Okay.
I also had one. There's something similar to a motion for summary judgment called the directed verdict.
Okay.
Which, and I've used that before. Generally, what happens in a directed verdict is the first side, which would be the plaintiff side, presents their case, or the movement side presents their case. You get to the end of all of their evidence, or they get to the end of all of their presentation of evidence, and they say, the plaintiff rests or the petitioner rests. At which point, then, if you are on the defendant side or the respondent side, then where you get up and say, "Well, Your Honor, move for a directed verdict. The petitioner has presented all their evidence, and based on the presentation of all of their evidence, here's what the statute says, or here's what the case law says. Here's the evidence. They haven't met their burden of proof." And again, those are generally hard to get, but every once in a while, a judge will grant that. And again, this was a custody case where they actually just brought it under the wrong statute. Had they brought it under a different statute, it would have been a different outcome.
Yeah.
But they brought it under the wrong statute, and we got up, and I didn't even. So the nice thing about that is that stops litigation. In that, I didn't even have to present a case. I got up to the honest, they haven't met their burden. So I'm going to ask for a directed verdict. Judge said, "Yep, you're right. They haven't met their burden," and denied what they wanted, and I got to go home early that day.
There you go. That's a winning day.
And save my client, 3 or 4 hours of time. And really, these are all designed, believe it or not, to save clients money.
Yeah.
Because if I can get a case taken care of with a directed verdict or with a motion for summary judgment, it can save thousands of dollars of litigation costs. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, believe it or not, we really, most attorneys, I know Patrick and I are very aware of how expensive litigation is.
Yeah. With Brian Bailey from McClure and Bailey, 236-8888 is the phone number for McClure and Bailey, your hometown team. Now, Brian, over the last couple of weeks, when Patrick has been in studio, we have been talking about, and I've got a list here of what's being called the most frivolous lawsuits of all time. Now, we've gone through a handful of these, but there's one we haven't touched on. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about, in 2008, a high school student sued his teacher in his school because he was woken up in class. And we'll give you that lawsuit. This happened in Connecticut. We'll give you that lawsuit. It's coming up right after this, 9:51 in the morning.
Tell her you love her with a diamond from B&L Diamond Jewelers this Valentine's. Make this Valentine's special. Make her stop and think of the love you both share. Nothing allows you to celebrate special moments in life like a diamond from B&L Diamond Jewelers. Diamonds are the only gift in the whole world that will never fade away with time. They will not rust, and they do not require any special care to maintain its brilliant beauty. Diamonds are forever. She will always remember where she was and what the occasion was. When you gave her that special diamond, that tells her, baby, I love you. And 30 years from now, she will remember that moment when you gave her that diamond. No other gift can keep giving like a diamond for years to come. If you need a new wedding set, upgrade your diamond, engagement ring, diamond earrings, and pendants, or some beautiful fashion jewelry with the quality that can be passed down from generations, we have it. As always, we offer 12 months same as cash and free 6-month layaway. This is Lauren. So come on in to B&L Diamond Jewelers and let this Valentine's be the occasion that will create the memories that will last forever. Located in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they're offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice, along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Boyle County's our home. Let's keep it clean. Come on, Boyle County. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's work together to keep our county beautiful. Load your car, trailer, or pickup truck. Our recycling center will store your stuff. Don't just throw it away when you can recycle it today. Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Here you go, Brian. This is a group named after your favorite town,
I love these guys.
Chicago.
I love these guys.
Although I'd say Danville's your favorite town now.
Danville's my favorite.
Yeah, take that, Chicago.
Yeah.
We need a group called Danville,
We
and we
do
can
need
play
a group.
them, and we can say this is a group really named after Brian's favorite town.
That's right.
That's what we can say. All right, so let's go to 2008 for this story, Brian. And in
Okay.
2008, a 16-year-old Connecticut high school student named Vinicius, I hope I'm saying his first name right, Vinicius Robacher, dozed off during class.
Okay.
As high school students do.
Right.
I would have been in high school in 2006 and 2007, just a year prior, so I can't say I did not do what Vinicius did
Okay.
ever. I mean, I did too. But he dozed off in class and was awoken by his math teacher, Melissa Nadeau, who smacked her palm down on the desk
Okay.
to wake him up.
So she didn't hit him.
Didn't hit him, smacked her palm on the desk. Loud noise, startled the kid, wake him up. The student's parents decided to sue Danbury High School, the Connecticut Board of Education, and the city of Danbury on his behalf, claiming that their son suffered severe injuries to his left eardrum during this. The case, well, first of all, how do you think the case was settled? What do you think? It may be kind of tough to decide just based on those details, but
I'm going to say injury to his left ear, the school district probably settled because it probably wasn't worth litigating.
okay. The case was dismissed.
Oh, good. Good, good.
So you're on the school board side, huh?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good. And Vinicius was mocked by his fellow students ever since. But that happened in 2008. A sleepy high school student sues for being woken up in class. Teacher slams her palm on the desk. Vicious injuries to his left eardrum.
Okay. Well, you know what? He should have gotten in bed earlier the night before.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
There you go.
At a certain point, we're not talking, if we were talking a grade school kid, I might have a different point of view, but we're talking a high school student.
Yeah.
You got a certain responsibility to take responsibility for your own education. And no, I'm glad that was tossed out. That seems awfully frivolous.
Here's another one. This one coming from 2018. 69-year-old Dutchman wanted to legally change his age in order to avoid ageism, which I guess in itself would be a charge, right? You can't discriminate against someone based on age. So he wants to change his age in court in order to fight something that he could take to court if he could prove it to be true.
Okay.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay. His name is Emil Rattleband. He claimed he felt discriminated against because his real age was affecting his job prospects as well as his chances of success on Tinder, a popular dating app. So he's saying, if I say I'm this old on Tinder, nobody wants to date me. And on top of that, people view me differently in my workspace because I'm this old. What do you think about that? Man wants to legally change his age.
Can
you do that? You can legally change your name. Can you legally change your age?
Well, there are certain things that I'm going to sidestep this question because there are certain things that I just think to myself, people still can see.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. If anybody watching this on the internet or on YouTube can see that my hair is no longer brown. I guess I could dye it.
Yeah.
But I still have some wrinkles starting to come out. So why not just lie about your age to begin with? Why have to legally change it? Because that just
maybe he feels bad about lying. He's such an honest guy that he wants to take this to court to change his age because he feels bad about lying to people.
And I've never been on Tinder. I'm a happily married man, so
avoid that.
I avoid
Tinder. Yeah.
But it seems to me that don't they have to put their pictures on these?
Yeah.
apps?
So like you can say you're 30, but if you look 69 or 70, something's not adding up here.
Something's not adding up, and again, they can see your picture.
Yeah, the judge, by the way this was ruled, the judge explained that many rights and obligations are age-based and that changing the legal age could cause many complications. So I guess they dismissed that lawsuit as well or did not rule in his favor. So they did not allow him to legally change his age, Brian.
They should, and I have to be completely candid. I take issue with the attorneys that brought these cases.
Yeah. Patrick has said the same thing about some of these that we've read too. Like they should have better things to do with their time than take these that are obvious cases that they're going to lose.
And you know what? They probably should have been sanctioned, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. There you go. Brian Bailey, 236-8888 is the phone number for McClure and Bailey, 236-8888. Brian, appreciate you being on.
It was good being here. Thanks, Joe.
There's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end of the Joe Show. Had a blast with you all on this Friday morning, and I hope the start to your work day just a little bit more bearable. I'm Joe Mathis signing off. I'm back with you tomorrow morning. No, I'm not tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, Saturday. Back with you Monday morning. Same time, same place, same station right here on WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports. Kentucky Sports Radio. Coming up next.